We got Ben Bartelt. It's been a while since I've seen you.
What's going on, everybody? Been a while, but missed you. Glad to be back.
I saw you super nervous there because I was going to the bathroom while the intro played. Ben didn't want to start the show by himself. He's like, "You better be back." I saw you just like counting down the time here.
Hey, we saw what happened last time I was left hanging. So
yeah. I'm you need a Chris Paul in your life, and that's me. So
that's why I got you.
I would say you need a Chauncey Billups, but then you'd probably be an accessory to a crime and go to prison. So Zinger, yeah. What's going on? We got Blake in here. We got Mark in here. We got Wally in here. We got Frankenstein in here.
What's going on, everybody?
A lot of fellas. What a wacky game. I called that one way wrong.
Don't tell me you had the Vikings.
Well, I took an alt line. I took a tease essentially with the Vikings. And I mean, dude, I trust in that defense. I trust in Kevin O'Connell, right? I trust in the system, and their defense looks terrible.
Yeah, terrible. I mean, Chargers just finally decided to play like the Chargers, regardless of not having much running back depth. I mean, they finally played like the Chargers. I think having Khalil Mack back helped, but especially defensive wise. I mean, they lost Derwin James, so that kind of evened out there. But I think the Vikings just decided to shit the bed.
Their season's over. That's why I took them. Is that like I feel like the Chargers could have withstood a loss here at 4-4. 3-4. You're looking at the Bears in third place at 4-2 in that division. Not to mention the NFC just being pretty deep this year, and the quarterback issues they have there. The season's over for the Vikings. They're done. That put a bow on them for the year. I'm writing them off because I don't know. Their defense just doesn't look great, and their O-line looks beat up. Their quarterback sucks. Justin Jefferson is very frustrated. You saw the last couple drives there. Man, what do you do with Justin Jefferson, Ben? I mean, you got to start him. But what the hell?
Especially if you have him, you got to start him. I mean, you can't not start Justin Jefferson. He's damn near the best wide receiver in the NFL. I mean, it's him and Jamar Chase. So regardless of their QB situations, you have to start them. But it looks like shit right now. I mean, especially Carson Wentz is hurt, especially getting more hurt tonight. I mean, God knows what's going to happen with these wide receivers. I mean, Aaron Jones came back. Jordan Mason, their whole team just looks like terrible. Shit.
Jordan Mason also looks terrible. Like you see him try to that's why he was great in the San Fran system. Like you see him if he can make one cut, he's fine. The second he has to make a second cut or like dance a little bit.
Oh,
like there's the tiny dancer, Kenneth Walker. He is just the like slow motion dancer, right? It's freaking insane. And like he's done. You can't start him because his equity is touchdowns, and they're not scoring many of them. And Aaron Jones looked okay tonight. I think Aaron Jones is actually a boost now because Jordan Mason's just getting phased out. He gone.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Aaron Jones coming off an injury, got more reps than probably I thought he was going to have coming in. I ended up starting him tonight. Probably not a good idea, but it's not like I had many other better options on that team. So
it was a bad day for fantasy too. I mean, not many, like Herbert had a good game, but
QJ, Cameron Dicker had 15 points.
Quentin Johnston, 0 targets, not 0 catches, mind you, 0 targets.
Nothing. I mean,
man,
I will say him and Jameson Williams, because last game he had 0 targets.
Yeah, no, was it 0? It might have been 0. I know 0 catches. It might have been 2 targets, but it was a disappearing act.
I'm pretty sure it was 0 targets.
Here's the one thing I'll say about Quentin Johnston is he's out there playing. I mean, he's on the field. He's running cardio. But I hate to say I told you so it wasn't a lot of my like hardcore followers in the Discord, but there was a week where there was like a 3-day stretch where I was pretty hard on I'd rather have Ladd than Quentin Johnston. This is when Quentin Johnston after 4 weeks was wide receiver 4. And I was just really adamant that like, dude, no, sell Quentin Johnston. He's a wide receiver 3 at best, and like Ladd McConkey is not where you drafted him, but he's still a wide receiver 2. And people were just killing me. Like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're gonna go off 4 weeks off a guy that everyone. These are the same people that probably wrote him off. I didn't write him off. Quentin Johnston's a fine player, but he has holes in his game. And like Gatson, like, is Gatson now a top 7, top 8 tight end? I mean,
it's possible. I think we knew coming in that Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen were going to get that kind of mesh back together. We didn't really see it right away at the beginning of the season. Once that kind of came back, he became that safe option again. We saw it a lot of times on third downs tonight. I mean, But then you talk about Gadsden. Also, shout out to my brother for hitting a first touchdown score with Gadsden on it. But I mean, he's looking, like you said, at what, top 8, top 7 tight end. And I mean, that's just
great.
He looks great now. Yeah.
And it's coming at Quentin Johnston's expense. And here's the other thing that's positive is I did not see Will Dissly or Tyler Conklin on the field. Maybe they played and blocked. I did not see them. They didn't get a target. But like I actually did not see either of those white dudes out there running routes. So like Gadsden is playing inline, playing the slot, playing 80% of the snaps, tied to Justin Herbert, who just looks like a god right now. I mean, some of those plays he made. Here's the crazy thing about this game, and just not to like defend my bet that I lost. That was a pick 6 to start the game. I feel like that was a pick 6, and the game is much different if that happens. Now, maybe not different tier of teams, maybe different tier of quarterbacks for sure. But like the fact that didn't happen, then they converted that 3rd and 14. I feel like it's hard to say that was the game, but like you go from being up 7-0 to down 7-0. That's with Carson Wentz literally having one arm. Unreal. Yeah. Let's get to a couple questions here before we get to a couple more things. Scott, what's going on, Scott? He's happy he started Herbo. Herbo could have had an even bigger game. Connor says Waddle or Shakir this week in full PPR. So the Dolphins have they're in Atlanta, and Shakir, the Bills have the Panthers Carolina on the road. Yeah. Who you sticking with here? Who do you think?
I mean, gut instinct, I want to say Waddle just because, I mean, at some point this Dolphins team has to turn around or has to produce something. You would think Tua would have to progress the ball forward in some way, shape, or form. You'd think it would go to Waddle, especially with Darren Waller being on the IR now. I mean, Shakir.
Yeah, good point.
I'm still big on Coleman, so it's hard for me to say Shakir. I probably will lean the Waddle area. It's kind of the same situation where it's, for me, it's like one of these, it's bound to happen. Either it's going to be Coleman that goes and Shakir's not going to get anything, or it's going to be like Waddle and that Dolphins team is finally going to produce. I mean, that I'm on both sides. I want both to happen, so I'm a little biased there, but.
Can I have a minute to convince you that it's Shakir?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Well, let's just look at it like this. This is rock bottom was last week. We think it was rock bottom for the Dolphins, but Mike McDaniel's still the coach there. So there is another level to go below. I don't know how much lower you can go to that Browns game. That was a weather game. But Shakir, let's look at the quarterbacks. Waddle has Tua, who's a turd, and Shakir has Josh Allen, who's hungry. They're coming off 2 losses. You have no Josh Palmer there, and you have J.C. Horn, who's an outside corner, going to be guarding Keon Coleman. So unless it's a giant Kincaid game, I predict a big James Cook game, but I think they're going to run it up on these fuckers. So Shakir has a positive matchup there in the slot with Josh Allen opposed to Waddle, who's already kind of banged up too. He left the game early last week with Tua against the Falcons at home. AJ Terrell and company. I think I'm going to go Shakir. I get the idea. Waddle it should be better, right? He's the only show in town. He's a better player, like, higher draft capital, all those things, right? But like, that's usually I would lean that way too, but I think I'm kind of like growing as a person, as a fantasy player, to where like give me the Shakir. Sure. Like I feel like Shakir's floor is 9 and Waddle's floor is like 5, and it's crazy to say.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I do see where you're coming from. I don't disagree with that.
So I think we're just gonna go Shakir. I mean, did I convince you or?
I think so. I don't like that's a terrible like having to choose between, just because it's in my eyes it's two shit situations. Because Josh Allen, to me, all season just hasn't been looking Shakir's way, nor has he been looking Keon Coleman's way. It's either him, Dalton Kincaid, or James Cook. Like those are it's Josh Allen, James Cook, and Dalton Kincaid that are running that team.
Yeah. And Shakir is the wide receiver. Mark has a good comment here. All of Gadsden's production came in the first half, mind you. No targets after that. Well, yeah, I guess Herbert didn't throw much. Here's what I'll say. He did look good. Now, people are probably going to blast me for this, just like they blasted me for Quentin Johnston. If you picked up Gadsden and you can get something for him, like if you can get, I'm trying to think of an example, not Tucker Kraft, you probably can't get done, but if you can get something, because obviously you maybe picked him up because you had Trey McBride on bye, for instance, and you have Trey McBride. If you can get like value for him, trade him right now. his stock cannot get any higher. 170 yards in a tutter, and then 77 yards on a touchdown a day on the spotlight Thursday night game. Like, there's just a lot of mouths there. Quentin Johnston is not dead. He will be back. Now people will blast me for that. Be like, well, dude, Quentin Johnston, 0 targets. He's still part of the offense, and there will be games. It's just, I don't know what the hell happened. They've changed their philosophy like 3 times in the last, like, 12 games dating back to last year. Remember how they're the most run-heavy team? Then they were a really pass-heavy team.
Yep.
And then they, they start off the year passing a bunch. Now they're trying to run it again. Like, it's weird. It's good, though, because it's kind of working.
It's Harbaugh being Harbaugh. That's how I look at it. But I mean, I do actually have a question for you now on that realm, especially with Gadsden. Yeah. At that point, are you taking like Gadsden in that situation? Or would you rather take like a Kyle Pitts? Or you were looking more like who are you looking at rest of the season there?
I want Gadsden over Pitts just because, like, right now I can't deny the production and the talent. But Kyle Pitts also has looked really good. So I'm more thinking if he's your second tight end, right? Because you picked him up because you have, McBride or Bowers or one of these guys on bye.
True.
Then you move him. Or if you just picked him up for a spot start, you kind of have another guy. You have a Dalton Schultz. Like, I'd like to have the set tight end. But if you have someone that's high on him and you can get, like, literally get an RB2 for him if you need a running back or a wide receiver 3.
Sell high.
Upgrade a quarterback. Like, why not? That's good business, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I will say this, man. I got to shout out Blake over here. I love how he changed his YouTube handle to Brick Flair instead of Blake. But yeah, okay. I guess I got to start. I call him Jamie because he's my Jamie. When this show hits, he's going to be moving to Illinois and be my producer, and he'll be on every show. Being my Jamie from Joe Rogan. That's my dude. He makes all the thumbnails. He's you were my tech guy, Ben. Now you're just a guest in the show, and you do also help me with all that stuff too. But he's doing all this stuff for me. I love this guy. Yeah, you suck, Ben. You prick.
I am.
He says, so happy I got Gadsden, and I talked this up weeks ago. He did. Max says, what's up, boys? I got someone in my league keeps sending me trades for Judkins and Sutton. He's offering Bucky. So trades for Judkins and Sutton. He's offering Bucky and stuff. Send him a trade for Bucky and Pittman Jr. for Jut and Sutkins. I would want man, I think I want Judkins and Sutton right now. It's so tough, man. I feel like Sutton and Judkins, man, Pittman and I can't even talk. I'm just like, my head's exploding from this right now. Bucky and Judkins are pretty close, right?
For me, in a perfect world, I think it would be Judkins and Pittman. I do think Pittman is probably going to be at least rest of season. I'd probably rather have him over Sutton just for the way production has been so far. But I'm taking Judkins over Bucky, especially the way it's been looking. Even when Bucky's healthy, I do think Baker's still pass heavy. I mean, they want to establish that run, but we see when they go up against these teams that like Detroit, that they just get pounded. They're not able to establish that run. He's just going to throw, and he's going to throw 80% of the plays.
Max, what's the scoring? So here's the thing. If this is a full PPR, I much prefer Bucky and Pittman. If it's a half PPR, I much prefer Judkins and Sutton because those are touchdown guys, right? They don't get as many receptions. So I think that's really the thing. In half PPR, it's pretty close. Full PPR, I got to take Bucky and Pittman.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I'm even full PPR, I still would rather have Judkins and Pittman, like perfect world. But yeah, I do. In that, I would take that full PPR.
Damn straight. Thank you for the super, Connor. He just gave it to me. Didn't even say anything. I'll shout you out, though. You're the man. And I do have a couple announcements to make before we get on all these. I always have my beer chug thing here. Max says Oh, thank you. Max this shit here. Good. It's full PPR. We want to stick with, before I answer this, though, 10 supers gives you a beer chug. I've already had 8 beers tonight, maybe 9. I don't know. I'm hanging in. I'm okay. It could get rough, though, real fast in this situation. And it could be even 99-cent ones. I prefer $2 ones. Obviously, who doesn't prefer more? See, I'm gonna have to maintain here, buddy.
Last time I was on it, I will say it got pretty rough for you.
That was the culmination of that was a rough.
That was a start.
So he said it's full PPR. So he's offering. We want Bucky. We want the Bucky side.
Yeah, I do agree. Full PPR, I probably will take Bucky and Pittman.
And what's your record? So he's getting Bucky and Pittman for Judkins and Sutton. if you need to have a winning record or at least 4-3. If you're 3-4, I probably don't do it because you're not getting Bucky this week. You're not getting Bucky next week because week 9 he has a bye.
It's the week after, yeah.
And Pittman also has a week 9 bye. And Judkins has, what do they have, a week? Browns have a week 12, week 9. Sutton has a week 12.
Or you just need to be sure that you have other players to fill the gaps there and ensure that you will still come out ahead when they come back.
Right.
If you're in that situation, obviously go full steam ahead. But yeah, I do agree. You definitely want to have a winning record for some opponents.
Max, just let us know your record here. And that could be if you have a winning record, it's a smash. I really think it's a smash. Good convincing. I'm leaning Shakir because Atlanta's pass defense is crazy. Yeah, I think Shakir. I know Waddle. He should be Waddle. It really should be Waddle. He is the number one. Oh God, I mean, Max.
Me talking myself into Shakir. It's just the fact that they're going up against Carolina's defense. So
Max, he's 6-1. He's doing that trade 100%, right? You get Bucky on a discount.
Yeah, Jesus, do 100%. That trade.
You're have to trade, man, and you're getting a top 10 running back in PPR in my mind, like going forward. And yeah, we're into that shit. We're in.
You have to.
Damn. All right, we already got 3 of them, so we're 3 out of 10 there for the beer chug. I'm coming up soon. Coming up soon on that shit. Let's see, Rob. You got to get a gold chain like a real man, like mine. Come on now. I don't care about the chain. See, what happened is I had a string thing because I'm not really into bling. I have this on because I have to. Okay, you know what I mean. And this is my dog Farley. Chris
Shout out Farley.
Yeah, it's his ashes.
Shout out Farley.
I just needed something, and this I had laying around. So, and I just like, I don't know, it brings me good luck. I love it. He's a golden retriever, best dog ever.
Shout out Farley and shout out the Tiki Bar.
Oh yeah, some of those old pods, man, probably made some appearances. Only 6.5 years old for a golden, super sad. But you know what? He lives on around my neck, baby.
We love Farley.
Tony says I have way too many running backs, and all my wide receivers are hurt. I have JT, Dobbins, Swift, Pollard, Chase Brown, Harvey, and Benson. Jesus, he's got Nico, Debo, Sutton, Pearsall, and Dubs. So you got to get rid of Dobbins right now. Dobbins is the trade. You're not going to get much for Pollard. I'd hold on to Chase Brown. I think if you can give Dobbins away, I think Benson could be a trade, depending on your record. I think you can do that. I'm guessing you have JT, so how bad? Yeah. Oh, man, yeah, you have so many running backs. You got to make a deal. So it's not about who you get. Find a team that's hurting at running back. That's all. That's your only goal, and you'll get the most from whoever they want. Just be like, pick your poison of Swift, Dobbins. Obviously not JT. Right? Not JT. So Swift is a good trade high too. So Swift and Dobbins are my top 2. Pollard you're not going to get much for, but he's also kind of useless. And then Benson, if you have a losing record, get rid of Benson now because the reports are positive, Ben, and we think he's coming back soon.
I mean, at that point, who are you prioritizing getting rid of first, Swift or Dobbins? Because in my opinion, I think you could probably get a little bit more for Swift on that end. Just sell high on him right now. Whereas Dobbins, I mean, he hasn't outperformed. He hasn't underperformed. I think you're kind of right at his average of what you would get with him.
Who do you want more rest of the season, Dobbins or Swift?
I want to say
it's also kind of a scoring thing, right? Like I want Swift more in PPR and Dobbins
100% full PPR at Swift, just because I mean we've seen just how iffy that Bears wide receiver and Caleb have been, whereas Swift has just been. I mean they want to establish that running game, so it's been him full steam ahead. I almost want him rest of the season.
And hey, if you need to pair a wide receiver to get, Dubs is a good trade target, right? Trade Dubs because you got Christian Watson coming back. You have Jaden Reed coming back week 12. So those are some guys, just an idea. And I will say this, Tony, if you're not in the Discord, get your ass in the Discord right now. We answer all these questions. Me and my crew, all of the guys, Blake, Mark, all these dudes are in there. J Bob. We work as a community here, and we can work. This is a pretty advanced thing, right? So you can come back and forth with your trade offers, and we'll all help you out. We'll work through it as a group. So if you're not in the Discord, get on that one right now. It's in the description there. You got to get to the Patreon. It's in the description of the video and or the YouTube channel. Super easy to sign up, and I'll send you an email with the invite there. Tony says, "What would you do here? I'm having a hard time with trade. Someone offered me Chase Brown for Xavier Worthy. Well, that must be a different league." I would rather have Chase Brown than Xavier Worthy. And I just traded away Chase Brown in one of my leagues. But Xavier Worthy, it's just going to be such a bumpy ride, man. You got so many mouths there. It's going to be, he's a wide receiver 3 with upside. He is what we thought Jamison Williams was going to be.
100%. And I mean, like you said, there's so many mouths to feed there. It is a different mouth every week, especially in that we've seen it so far. It's one specific mouth every week.
I've lived that life before, Benny. A different mouth every week. I miss those days, but my wife might be listening. So
I plead.
No, you're a good guy. Connor says few more till the beer's flowing. That's right. You know what? I'm feeling in a good mood. I might do it after 8. Honestly, Connor just donating to donate.
Call it after 4. Just do it after 4.
Come on, man. This is there are 21 minutes in this show. Like I got another 2 hours possibly. Like
so.
Well, I don't have to wake up for work. I guess. Good call. This is my job right now. I'm making like $12. I'm making like $12 a night, baby. I know it hasn't. $12 a night. I'm rolling in the dough right now. All right. That almost pays for the beer I'm drinking to be on the show.
Almost.
Tony also says I've been offered Sutton for Montgomery, but my wide receivers are too injured. I want Sutton over Montgomery. Frankenstein, Scat or Rashad White? Scat or Rashad White half PPR? Woo, that's a tricky one. What do you think?
If Bucky's healthy, then I'm taking Scat. Just because.
Well, this is for this week.
Oh, just this week? I mean, I think I'm still taking Scat either way. Just because he's so much more of. I'm going to run through your fucking head and get into the end zone. Especially in half PPR.
Such a boss. Sorry, I gotta win this bet because I have 2 parlays on this. I lost my NBA and my NFL bet. Sorry about that. Those of you guys that tailed. But Draymond was at 11.5 points plus assists today, assists and rebounds today. He had 4 in the first half, and now he has 7 assists and 3 rebounds. So 3/4.
Oh, good. He needs only one more.
What was our answer? What was our answer here? Was it Scat?
I'm taking Scat. I'm taking Scat, especially in half PPR.
Right. That's the deciding factor. Give me Scat. I don't want to bench Scat.
No, Scat's going to fucking run through your head and right into the end zone, especially for a touchdown. Yeah, Brick Flair.
Bucky's not playing. Bucky's already been ruled out, Frankenstein. He's gone. And they have a week 9 bye, so it makes sense. Again, why they didn't put him on IR? These coaches refuse to put these guys on IR. JJ McCarthy's missed 5 games. He wasn't put on IR.
And just not going on
all right. My scoring is 10-team standard for Tony. So I don't know if that really 10-team standard. Yeah, I want Chase Brown over Worthy in standard for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I'm gonna play the intro here. I got a good intro. Ellie, that's God, don't tell her not to do that. Tell Ellie not to do that, but she's awesome. Ben will just pay you back. Thank you. Dude, she's awesome. That's Ben's future to be wife. And shout out to Ellie. No offense to you. Me and Ben have a marriage pact that you know about, and when Ben is when I'm 65 or whatever, we're getting married. Well, we're gonna have a 3-way marriage or a 4-way marriage with Erica. It'll be great. It'll be like think of this. It'll be like a nudist colony, like a swingers colony where we just all are married together, and it's fucking great.
Oh,
it's
God.
Awesome.
We're gonna
all right.
Get one big house.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, I'm gonna hit you guys with the intro, and we'll get to all your questions here going forward. See you in 30 seconds. We're back.
Let me start real quick. You know what makes that very fitting with the last picture?
What's that?
The fact that he went to Michigan.
Yeah. So here's my thing. He's a quarterback. He's an ankle sprain. Okay. This is JJ McCarthy, by the way, missed 5 games. And Carson Wentz had 1 arm today. So we knew he was healthy, or knew he was hurt going into this game. Carson Wentz also sucks. JJ McCarthy, if Justin Herbert had hurt his ankle, he would have been back after 2 weeks. Right? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. Not that would ever happen to Josh Allen, but it's a soft benching. It's a soft benching right now because they know he's not the guy. That's why they're screwed because they were like, if you're kind of hurt, we can't have you because you were sucking when you were healthy. And they should have signed Sam Darnold, but JJ McCarthy fucked it all up because they traded up to draft him.
Kept Daniel Jones.
They had Daniel Jones too. What a mess.
Literally.
For the Vikings. And I don't have any ill will towards Vikings, but Max description. Here you go, Max. Well, it's a $5 banger right there. So I'm gonna have to chug for that one.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
Frankenstein gives me one. I got to do it. Do I drop B-Rob for Harvey or Spears in full PPR? Would need one if I trade Judkins because of injuries. Man, B-Rob has probably one of the highest upsides right now.
Yeah.
As a handcuff. I mean, CMC is getting 27 touches a game, but I think I'd rather have Spears than Harvey for a playable guy.
Yeah, I do think I probably would rather have Spears. But you gotta, I mean, I'm on the side of the fence, so you probably got to keep B-Rob.
Dude, here's what I'll say, Max. You have a couple days before Sunday. So unless you want to do it right now, try to do a trade and try to do a 2-for-1 to open up a roster spot. So even if you had to give it away, instead of just dropping Harvey and Spears. Otherwise, I think if you need someone to play, you got to drop Harvey. It sucks ass, but like you can't.
Yeah.
You want to play Spears over Harvey as currently constructed in PPR. At least you're getting 50% of the snaps. Harvey is getting 24% of the snaps. What are you going to do with that? What can you do with that?
You really can't do anything with it. No, you got to get rid of Harvey somehow.
Flex Rashad White or Jalen Warren. Let me know the scoring, Frankenstein. Let's assume this is at PPR. I'm going Rashad White on his last week as a starter in a pretty nice matchup against the Saints, dude. Come on. The Saints just got destroyed by Monungai and Swift, dude. And you got a hungry Bucs team.
True. This is
I think it's easy. This is easy.
Yeah. I probably am taking Rashad White.
I know Jalen Warren's coming off that awesome Thursday night game against the Bengals. That was also against the Bengals, though.
Yeah, and I mean, this is against the Packers, and I mean, the
Packers. Who's a better defense, the Packers or the fucking Saints?
Obviously, we know that the answer to that question.
There you go. They're similar running backs, right?
Will we see Micah Parsons be able to stop the run? I don't know.
You hate the Packers.
I do just hate the Packers.
Yeah.
Stupid ass teams up north.
All right, I gotta find where we're at in the chat here. I will do that. I've been a little discombobulated here, but we'll get it going. Daly says, I hate Thursday night games when it comes to fantasy. Played QJ knowing he had his toughest matchup going forward because Debo still has negative practice news. I mean, Quentin Johnston is turning into, again, I mentioned it earlier, Jamison Williams. He's a boomer bust dude, and his first week coming off that injury, he had one catch for 7 yards and a touchdown. It was a Mike Evans-like game, right? With the bails it out with 8 points, but the targets, it's the targets. I don't care. Like on the broadcast, they said in the third quarter, they're like, Quentin Johnston, 0 catches. Okay, guess what? I don't really care about that. If he had 4 targets, 0 catches, I feel much better about it going forward. He had 0 targets. He didn't even get his way. His way was not looked.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big problem, Benjamin.
I mean, I don't disagree. Thursday night games do seem to be the one that's a lot more weird when it comes to fantasy, just because you never know what the fuck's going to happen. But especially in the Quentin Johnston situation, dude, if Gaston keeps playing the way that he's playing, God knows what the hell is going to happen with QJ on that lineup.
He's playing his same role, and he looks better doing it. Let's be honest. I haven't seen Gaston drop any passes, have you?
No.
We got Hetzer in here. What's going on, brother?
What's up,
Riley with a dynasty question. Dynasty half PPR. I traded Swift and 2026 late second for Jamison Williams. 2026. That's a lot of draft picks. So I want the side with Jamison Williams in the draft picks.
Just because you're getting the draft
bag of money, and they gave Jamison Williams a bag of money.
Yeah.
So he's a big part of their team.
Yeah. You have here
we go
with him.
Max gave me a 5, so we only have 7 out of 10. I'll reset the timer. You reset the 10 here, but we'll rock this one. It's like, see, because it's only 7. It's only like 80% full, so it's only like 10 ounces.
Good. I won't time it yet.
Hey,
we're gonna see how many times you go for the fake hat grab with the other hand.
Oh well, I usually pull it off. I don't know. It makes it easier. I don't want to show my hairline.
Makes it easier.
Tony, same league for Chase Brown, and he did also offer Olave. Give me Olave.
I was gonna say I'm taking Olave.
It's standard though. It's standard. Fuck, we can't do Olave at standard.
Yeah, true. If it was PPR, God, it'd be heaven.
Jay Moore, start 1 running back, flex 2. Rico, Chase Brown, Woody, Kate Otten, Jennings, and Golden. So one running back, it's going to be Chase Brown against the Jets for sure.
100%.
And then flex 2, let's assume this is full PPR. I think it might be, I think we got to go Rico. It can't be Golden. It can't be Jennings. I don't trust them. So maybe Rico and Woody or Rico and Otten. It's tricky.
Part of me wants to say Otten.
Yeah.
Especially with Luka still being questionable.
Mike Evans gone.
Yeah. I think Chris Godwin's still questionable too, right? Or for sure out.
Godwin's out. Godwin's out, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Out. He gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Cade Otten, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're going Cade. We're going Cade there.
Let's do that.
Let's go touch it
you're
upside.
starting Chase Brown, flexing Rico, and Cade Otten.
Yeah, you also have a hungry Bucks team. You know what I mean? That was a pretty embarrassing loss. And that was not so embarrassing loss. It was an embarrassing offensive performance. Because I don't care that you had some of your guys out. Yeah, Mike Evans got hurt. Ibuka was dinged up. But you also had Detroit missing literally 80% of their secondary. And then starting the game, 80% of their secondary. And then 2 guys get hurt mid-game. You're playing against gym teachers, and you scored 9 points. Baker played bad. That's just the bottom line.
I saw a stat like right before that game saying something about whenever Baker throws like 70% or more like hits our passing plays, they're like 0-7 or 0-8. And I think that game fell into that again because they couldn't establish the running at all.
Rashad White didn't look great. I still like him this week, though. All right, CK says probably going to be 3-5 after this week. When do I look to make a big trade, and who out of CD, Cook, and Allen? So he's saying he needs to trade these guys, I'm guessing. Man, so CD has a week 10 bye. James Cook and Josh Allen already had their bye. You don't want to get rid of them because you need them.
Yeah.
The idea is when you have a losing record, you want to trade guys. So trade CD Lamb, for instance, for a guy that's already had his bye. So even if it's going into week 10, I would do like CD Lamb for DK Metcalf and something else because, DK already had his bye in week 5. That's how you could win because you cannot afford another loss. So, yes, you're going to hurt your team long-term, but, it doesn't matter holding on to your studs if you miss the playoffs. They're just going to be marinating. While you might have the best team or a great team, but you miss the playoffs. Who cares, right?
It's not going to matter at that point.
Yeah. So I would say I think CD's the trade, man. I think you get one more week out of him right here, and he's probably going to pop off again. I know Denver's a tough matchup, but it's a tougher matchup for Pickens because Surtain's not going to shadow Lamb.
Yeah.
And then you trade him right now before the bye, so you can maybe fool an idiot league mate that doesn't realize he has a week 10 bye, and then get someone that had get someone like Brian Thomas if he's healthy. Just names that already had buys, week 8, week 7, week 6 buys. Yep. That's the goal, CK, and run that shit in the Discord. We'll get all on that. Mark, thank you, Mark. What a guy! Always Mark, someone to help. Whether it's hosting the show, whether it's my moderators in here, all the guys that are amazing. I'm gonna put up the little graphic here. This is shout out Brick Flair over here for making all this awesome. I gotta shout out the members here. I gotta get this. Man, I need a fucking producer, bro. Especially for these drinking days, like heavy drinking days. Like I need a producer. It's a lot to do, Ben. Shout out CK, Scott, Logan, Mouth, John C, Braden, Wally. We got the Professional Fanatics. That's Mark. That's my boy Mark. And then Jason, man. Those are the highest tier dudes. They've both been on the show. If you want to get on the show, if you want free merchandise, if you want to play Professional Fanatics Fantasy Leagues with a free giveaway, you want some merch, you want to get it in the Discord. A lot of good stuff in there. If you want any of that shit, it's super easy. Link in the description or on the channel. Super easy, man. Get in the Discord. The community is for real. That's what makes this channel the best. It's the chat that you have right here goes on literally 21 hours. There's literally 4 a.m. Yeah, I guess I'm still on there sometimes at 5 a.m. placing bets, like when I have an early play. Like I think I posted my Drake London play at like 4 a.m, 61 yards. It's already up to 65 yards. James Cook, I posted.
I think you had posted didn't you post like the Timberwolves like over wins total for that was at like 3 a.m. like a week before the season started.
That's true. Well, you know what? I want to give these people, that's the advantage they have of being in the Discord and the Patreon is you get the early access to the bets before the lines change. Because James Cook, I placed at 3 a.m. It was 67.5 when I saw it. It's up to 75 yards now. So by the time the video comes out, that if you're not in the Discord, you're going to get that bet. It's going to be 78 yards. You're going to lose 11 yards. And I probably wouldn't play it at 78. Like it probably will still hit, but 67 is like I feel like a 75% chance. 78, you're knocking down to like 55%. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. You got to get them in early. What do you got? A bet going on?
I'm one Curry 3. I need one more Curry 3. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. They're only down by 6. There's 8 minutes left, bro.
I know.
You cock. Griffin in particular. Griffin, you got to join the Discord, my man. He's been in here asking questions.
Griffin, come on.
And
man.
you know, you can ask these. I'm not telling you not to ask him here, but we'll have like more detailed responses. You know. Yeah, you think the Chargers wide receiver room reverted back to Ladd as wide receiver 1 this season, or still uncertain? It's still uncertain, but Ladd is their number 1. Now he's not a wide receiver 1 in fantasy, like he was drafted as, you know, wide receiver 11, wide receiver 12. Yeah, and I know you're newer to the show, but anyone here who knows, I was saying that after week 4 that you want to buy Ladd and trade Quentin Johnston, and is coming to fruition. Mm-hmm. Ladd's role was never going to change, and it was just it sucked for him because you had Keenan Allen had 4 touchdowns the first 4 weeks, and Quentin Johnston had 3, and Ladd had 0. So like that was never going to, and Ladd's not a touchdown guy per se, but like the pie was always going to kind of shift to Ladd's way. Ladd's a 9-target player. He's a 6 for 60 every week. He's a steady Eddie. When he finds the end zone, he's a wide receiver 1 that week. When he doesn't, he's a wide receiver 2. And like that's always going to happen. And now you have Gatson. Now you have Gatson in the mix though, Ben. That's the issue.
True. But I think that's just going to take more away from Quentin Johnston like we saw tonight. I think Ladd's still technically going to be their wide receiver 1. Keenan Allen's going to be their safe, big wide receiver, like someone that you just need to make a catch. And then you have Gadsden, who I honestly do think is probably going to take the spot of Quentin Johnston on that offense.
And the thing about Keenan Allen, I'm pretty worried. He seems that he's playing really limited snaps. I feel like they're saving him. Every catch he has is on like 3rd and 7, if you notice. Mm-hmm. Then he goes out the field. You see him on the sidelines.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's just like when you need that catch for 7-8 yards, whatever it is, on the 3rd down, you need to get the first. It's Keenan Allen because you know he's going to get it. It was the same thing with the Bears last year. We saw that. Obviously, he wasn't limited, but I mean, that just makes it look even worse for Quentin Johnston then too.
Gentlemen, we got 25 people in here, 9 likes. What the hell's going on?
Hey,
hit the like button at least. Come on.
Hit the old thumbs
up.
More
people in here. Yeah, let's go. Hetzer says, I want to trade away Jameson Williams, but you can't trade away Jameson Williams because he's literally worth a bag of peanuts. So like not like a peanuts at a Cubs game or a ball game, which are expensive. It's like at Aldi. You get Aldi peanuts, which have like mold on them.
This is Dollar General.
You can't do it. You can't do it. So you got to hold on to them and hope for better days. Right? You have to.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Frankenstein said he meant Tyler Warren. So it was Tyler Warren or Rashad White. I think I'm still going Rashad White. Give me the volume.
What was it? Full PPR?
He didn't say the scoring. Either way, though, it doesn't really matter because we're talking tight end versus running back. You still go Rashad White, right? I love Tyler Warren, bro, but
yeah, I probably am still, especially against the
Rashad White's gonna have so many touches, man. So many touches.
Yeah.
So you
gotta go Rashad White in that one.
It's National Tight End Week, rolling around a gas and a tight end and slot and flexing Dalton Kincaid over T-Mac this week. Ooh, I don't know if I want to go Kincaid over T-Mac. Andy Dalton's a more professional quarterback than Bryce Young, and T-Mac, it's not a tough matchup against the Bills. It's not. Tre'Davious White, it's not a tough matchup.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to.
You made the right call. The Gatson call was correct. Like, the thing 100%. Is, you would probably go Kincaid over Gatson. So you made your right decision. Now just slot T-Mac in over Kincaid. I love Kincaid. Yeah. He only plays 60% of the snaps. T-Mac's getting 10 target. Dude, the Panthers are getting blown out this week, okay? You're going to see Andy Dalton chucking the ball, and you're going to see T-Mac getting like 11 targets.
You're not wrong.
I mean, dude, the Bills are literally coming off 2 straight losses and a bye. Like, that's a perfect storm. Josh Allen, like, it's going to be just a bloodbath. And maybe that's not a ringing endorsement for T-Mac, but he's going to have a lot of targets.
Keon Coleman. Sorry, I just had to add it in.
Genty or Scatabo rest this season? That is a really good question, my man. Me and Chaz last night did the panic meter on Genty, and he said 9. I said 9, and then I went down to 7.
I'd probably be at like an 8, like 7.5, 8.
I'm going Genty. I know. I'm still going Genty. I hate it. I have Scatabo in 9 places. I have 1 share of Genty. I'm going Genty, dude.
The only thing that possibly pulls me to Genty is I know New York scored a lot last week, but they got Tyrone Tracy got in the end zone. Why it wasn't Scadaboo at that point in time? A little questioning, but that would be the only thing that would pull me to Genty. I'm on the side with Chaz. That offense is atrocious. I don't know if it's Pete Carroll. I don't know if it's offensive coordinator. I don't know if it's Geno Smith. They suck.
But it will get better. It has to get better.
I'm probably taking Scat the rest of the season.
I know it makes sense. I'm going Genty just based on draft capital, and they haven't been involving him in the passing game. They have to now. They're going to trade Jacoby Myers. Brock Bowers is a big question mark. Genty is their team. We've seen teams come out of the depths of hell to be relevant. And now they're going to win games, but they might not lose. They're not going to run 30 offensive snaps again. That was like the bottom. That was literally the worst thing I've ever seen. So give me Ashton Genty. It's close, though. It's close. I want Genty. Genty. Scott is really this guy hates Scott. I love you, Scott. Also a Patreon member. Shout out Scott for being on the Patreon. It's Chip Kelly. He hates Chip Kelly. And Chip Kelly is a clown. I hate him in the Oregon days. Like he's a smug asshole. He's a smug, fat little prick. Would it surprise you if he was a pedo?
Chip Kelly got me a national championship. I'm zipping my mouth. I'm zipping.
Okay.
Hey, Chip, shout out. Same thing when Urban Meyer comes up. Okay. Urban Meyer got me national championship. I shut my mouth.
Oh, I'm going down to the bottom of the chat. I'll get back to the top again. Do you like apples? This seems like a how about them apples kind of situation from Salvation. You can't trick me. Yes, I do like apples.
How about them apples?
Yeah. I love that movie. Griffin, he said he just put his Discord username in the Patreon chat. Let me know if I got to do anything else. Once you sign up for Patreon, I will get the email and I'll send you the invite for the Discord. To clarify. Let's get back to the chat here. How you doing, Ben? Everything good? You're good? I know you're studying and working a lot.
We're great. How are you?
I'm hanging in, bro. I'm hanging in. I'm grinding. I'm on Grinder. I'm on Grinder too.
Oh.
Getting a new dog on Saturday. I'm getting a new dog on Saturday, by the way.
Me and you were both on that together, but you weren't supposed to. You weren't supposed to tell everybody, but I guess everybody can just find us now.
But what? The new dog?
No, Grinder.
Oh, Grinder. Look at I'm public profile, bro. So Jay Moore stashed the Chargers defense for week 9, but scored 12 points this week. I have the Patriots starting. Yeah, Patriots against the Browns. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, especially
12 was a nice floor, though.
Yeah, I think Patriots should look really good defensively. I mean, it's fine, but yeah, 12 points for the Chargers, especially against Minnesota, is pretty good performance.
Blake, if you're still in here, can you help out? Who was it?
Griffin.
Yeah, Griffin. Thank you. I'm slow tonight. I'm still hanging. There's a lot of work up in here. Help out Griffin on joining the Patreon if you could. I'm sure he's still in here. Hetzer says I would do Scatabo. It's so tough to say that. I love Scatabo, bro. Scatabo's schedule is also hell. And again, the Raiders' schedule is not much easier. Jay Moore, start one running back. Yeah, they do suck. They do suck.
Everyone say go Curry.
Would you trade away A.J. Brown plus Dobbins for A-Chain? A.J. Brown plus Dobbins for A-Chain. Man, now A.J. Brown's iffy this week. Like, truly iffy. A.J. Brown's probably not playing this week. Just so you know, if you have A.J. Brown, we're looking at a week 9 bye for them, next week bye. Why would they play A.J. Brown? It seems like a lot, but, like, do you believe in Dobbins? So what is your trust level in Dobbins, Ben?
I mean, I like J.K. Dobbins. It's just very iffy, especially, honestly, it's more so if he stays healthy or not. Obviously, we saw him stay healthy for the most part last year, but that was also in a very run-heavy offense, too. I don't know how run-heavy Denver's going to keep being with the rest of their schedule. And just Sean Payton, you never know what the fuck the guy's going to do. So
I'm doing the trade. I mean, A-Chain's risky right now, but also like he is in PPR. I'm doing that trade. Give me A-Chain. If it's a shallow league, I'm definitely doing the trade.
PPR, I do think I agree. Just because you see A-Chain getting his rushing attempts, but not only that, but then what, 6, 7, 8 receptions a game? It's been kind of insane to start this year.
Tet Bowers for Ibuka. I've been happy with Gats in the last 2 weeks. So he has Tet and Bowers for Ibuka. That's a fuckload. That's too much.
That's way too much. Yeah, that's way too much. I get Bowers has been hurt, and like I said, that offense is atrocious, but that's still too much. I love Ibuka.
Yeah.
Still too much.
I do too, but he's also beat up right now too. Do you like apples? That's a good question. Mike says, need help. Would you trade AJ Brown plus? This is the same question. Shit, my bad. He phrased it differently.
My God, you're slow tonight.
Dude, it's you know how hard it is to manage a chat, and usually I make it seem very seamless, I guess is the thing.
You need a producer.
Oh, I do. So his other running backs are Brees, Pacheco, Spears. My wide receivers are, dude, he's got Brees, Pacheco, and Spears. Rice, Lamb, BTJ, Tez Johnson. You definitely got to do that. At this point, you have to do that. Now you're telling me you
got to do that at that point.
Yeah, you have to.
Brees and H-Man. I do kind of like that.
Logan says casually calling Chip Kelly a P word on YouTube Live is wild. Yeah, we're pretty wild up in here. And I didn't say the word. I said, what did I say? I said pedo.
PDF?
It's a no, it's like a keto diet. He's on the keto diet. It's a pedo diet, right? Where you just eats potatoes. That's what I said.
Where he just eats potatoes.
Yeah, man. See, this is why you tune in the show. The information's amazing. The guests are amazing. The chat's amazing. That was kind of a disrespectful comment. Now, I'm all about respect and like positivity, but I'm also like not PC. So I don't like Chip Kelly. How about that? Can I just say that?
You 100% can say that.
Logan, hopefully that earned me a sub from you because that's some ballsy shit, right?
I refrain from having an opinion on Chip Kelly.
Jason, Vikings are dead. They're dead. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're done. AJ Brown looking like he won't play this week. AJ Brown, what would you put the chances AJ Brown plays? Like I said, he has a week 9 bye. So why would the team push him for a week 9 bye and they're 5-2, right? They should handle the Giants. They're not going to lose twice to the Giants.
I don't necessarily see him playing. I mean, I think especially now, if it'd be a different story if they didn't have the bye. If they didn't have the bye, I think he probably would just to get it closer to the bye. But with having that, I think he's going to just take the 2 weeks off and go. Yeah,
he needs a vacation anyway. Yeah. He's been doing so much.
Go read some more books.
Scott says, would you start Packers or Bucks defense this week? Bucks defense all day long against the Saints, baby.
Anybody's defense against the Saints.
Yeah. Where do you think Surtain lines up? Follows CD, follows Pickens, bit of both. I think they're going to keep him. I think they're going to double team CD and then put single coverage on Pickens with Surtain.
Pickens, yeah.
That makes
I think you might see them mix in a little bit of kind of possibly just shadowing one or the other. I don't think they're necessarily going to double team CD the whole game. You're obviously going to have the plays where Surtain's probably shadowing CD a couple times, but I do think it's probably going to be more so a mix of both than anything.
I feel you, Benjamin. Scott says he hates Chip Kelly too, ruining my boy Genty and keeps giving Geno chances to literally throw the game away. When would you say Geno gets benched? Because they have small hands, Kenny Pickett, okay, who's very small. So his hands are very small. He sucks. But he's probably better than Geno right now. Geno looks terrible. He can't see the field. He's old. He's not mobile. So what are we doing
I don't
here?
know.
Like, when do they do it?
You really think the city of Las Vegas is going to trust two glove tiny hands?
How old is Kenny Pickett? 25? He was a former first-round pick. Now, he shouldn't have been drafted in the first round, but regardless. Like, Geno Smith's a fucking dinosaur, man.
I think he might be a little bit older than that.
26? This is his fourth year. I guess this is his fourth year,
really?
Man. Yeah, oh yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that.
So I think they got to go to Kenny Pickett. They traded for him. It's not like they picked him up. They actually traded for him. Now it was like a 6th-round pick or 7th-round pick. They still traded for him, Ben. So it's not great. Kenny Pickett's like more of the
but the only reason they traded for him was because
year.
Aiden O'Connell got hurt.
Yeah. So, but you
So
think
technically they
O'Connell
saw
is better than Kenny Pickett?
I didn't necessarily say that, but I think they originally saw Aiden as their probably quarterback ahead of Kenny Pickett, but they got Kenny Pickett because he got hurt. I think Aiden was going to be backing up Geno, and then he got hurt, so they had to get Kenny, and now we're just going to see this shit show keep transpiring and see who the hell ends up being that quarterback.
What's the point of running out Geno Smith? Like, your season's over. There's no chance they make the playoffs. Like, especially with the Chargers win right now. The Chargers are they're 5-3 right now.
I mean, they went out and paid
like
the dude,
Broncos are killing.
Yeah. Vegas is just a shit show, man.
Draymond Green. All right, I need Draymond Green to have one more rebound or assist right now. He's got 3 minutes left in the game.
Did he get 8 assists?
No, he's got 7 and 4. Let's do this. I'll be a very happy man if this happens.
Hey,
is JJ
pass to Steph for a 3?
Let's do that. We both win and we do some stuff. Griffin says, "Is there any is JJ any good? JJ McCarthy any good, or are the Vikings totally cooked?" Give me your JJ McCarthy. I know you. Okay, Ben hates Michigan, so he's going to hate JJ McCarthy anyway. So I'll tell you, I don't have any issues with Michigan. I'm not a fan of them, but JJ's bad.
Shit quarterback.
He just isn't. I mean, if he was anything, they wouldn't have kept him out 5 weeks. They know he's not ready. And the problem is he missed his entire rookie year. He got to hold a clipboard, which usually is good news for these young guys. And he does not, Jordan Love, that was multiple years, but I just don't see anything with him, man. I don't see he's not a physical specimen, right? He's not athletic, not like overly athletic. His arm isn't great. The ball doesn't come out of his hand very good. And all they say about him is he's a winner. So that should work with Kevin O'Connell, right? We saw Nick Mullins do better than what they have now. But it's done, man.
Sam Darnold was never considered a winner, and we saw that work. Maybe Kevin O'Connell just works better with non-winners, and when he gets a winner, then no.
Draymond hit. We are 4-1. Rebound. 4-1 in the NBA to start the year. 4-1 in the NBA to start the year, boys.
Come on.
Miles, I told you, Downtown Sports, 23-10 Eagles. Devontae Smith gets a long TD defensive battle. That's Mouth. Shout out Mouse South, Downtown Sports. Link in the description. I was on their show. What was that, yesterday, 2 days ago? I have no idea what day it is, but it was a great show, and thank you again for having me on the show. Thoughts on the Falcons defense? Number one defense, I think, this week. Number one play I have. At home, they're also elite, and it's a great matchup. This is where the sky falls for the Dolphins, Benny. This is where the sky falls. McDaniels gets fired. There's a cocaine scandal. I think he's got some kind of drug issue, man, or something.
See the white powder, just residue on the nose?
We were talking about this the other day with, like, he looks all fucking whacked out, dude. And, like, what? Steph missed a 3?
Yeah. He got fouled. Sorry.
He looks all whacked out. And remember who is the coach? You know this. You know college football. The coach that got busted down in those videos, doing a bunch of blow and like to his like mistress, where he was like doing coke in the office. He's like, I go to a meeting now. Let me do this last little blow. I'm gonna do this to you later. You remember the guy I'm talking about a couple years ago? No. Urban Meyer did the boat scandal video, which I broke down. I can't wait to break that down again.
Shit, I think I do know.
You know what I'm talking about? Like he was like an offensive coordinator, or like an offensive line coach or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jason, this is maybe worse than me. He says Chip Kelly is a John Wayne Gacy clown. Like some young, great in college, just as bad in the NFL.
I don't disagree with that last part.
I don't know if you saw the show it was 2 Fridays ago where Jason was on here and Blake was on here. It was Fan Day.
I think so. Yeah.
It was wild. Jason's awesome. He's a bearded, long-haired Florida man that's a very big Bucks fan. He's too big of a Bucks fan, but I still love you, Jason.
Hey, shout out the Bucks.
And yeah, Jason's a real professional fanatic up in this BI.
We were 10 minutes away when they won the Super Bowl.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were at her house when they won. We heard the planes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and we could literally practically hear the stadium.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
I gotta play this for you real quick.
I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
You and these clips.
Wild. I got a lot of clips here. What's going on, Jose?
What's up, Jose?
Oh God,
Thanks
bro,
for joining,
is Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier cooked? Terry Rozier's cooked. Terry Rozier's cooked. We don't know about Chauncey Billups yet, but
now,
man,
did you see the picture of Terry Rozier
No,
wearing? He got arrested wearing a Charlotte Hornets hoodie.
really?
Yeah, evidently. Now,
First team.
obviously, you can only take everything you see on the internet half-heartedly. Could be fake, but if it's real, I think it's hilarious.
Oh, wacky stuff, man. The gambling thing, like the poker thing
Just
with
insane.
it's like Rounders meets James Bond, you know, with like the futuristic shit, and they're just ripping off these CEOs and shit, which, you know what? They're gonna lose their money anyway. You don't have to actually like cheat to win these rich people's money in poker. They're fucking morons. Watch the movie Rounders, like they're gonna lose. He hit it.
Shout out Steph
Oh, he's
Curry.
coming. He's coming.
Shout
Reek
out
says,
Steph Curry.
did I miss out on the picks? Mark says Draymond hit. Draymond hit. We're 4-1 in the NBA. It makes up for my NFL loss tonight. It's okay. 4-1 in the NBA. Let's do it, baby. And I just hit 2 parlays
keep it
with
rolling.
that Draymond thing. So
Same.
did I miss out on the picks? The picks on Sunday, I can give you those here in a little bit, Reek, if you want to stick around. Let's go, Mark. Hopefully you tailed that one, Mark. Scott says, honestly, I don't blame McDaniels. Tua is cooked. Give him a real quarterback. They're both cooked. Tua is bad. Tua is never going to get another starting job ever. Never happening, right?
You think
Also,
McDaniel's ever
zero
going to get a head
subs.
coaching job?
Hey, 0 subs on this video, gentlemen. If you were in here, you have not subbed. 7 live shows a week. What you doing? Get the notifications
Join the
on.
community.
This community's legit. That's damn straight, man. Like you're not going to get this anywhere else. It's also fun. This isn't the most. We're not going too in depth tonight. We're just kind of just having a good time. But
We're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking. I love that.
Just
How about
talking.
Love versus Rodgers? I want Jordan Love over Aaron Rodgers this week for sure. For sure. You agree, Ben?
Give me the Steelers.
Get the hell out of here.
No,
Really?
I actually did pick the Steelers. I think they were my 4-point team because there was a couple buys this week. But I think I did pick the Steelers as my 4-point team. I've never
No way.
picked the
Steelers
Packers.
defense sucks. Dude, the Steelers defense is really bad. Like really bad.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just
They have
picked the
one
Packers.
receiver. Okay, you're picking with your goddamn heart again, Ben. Coiled says Tez Johnson, Mooney, or Isaiah Davis in the flex. Tez Johnson, easy
Gotta go
as
Tez
hell,
Johnson
man.
right now. Mhm.
Upside and floor, honestly. I think
And
I would
D'Souza,
rather. I'd go
yeah.
Isaiah Davis secondary, but like there's no upside with Isaiah Davis.
And I mean, we know the NFL. It's all about the storylines. He's gotten 2 straight touchdowns. I mean, he's gonna get his looks. So
And you could say Mooney, but like clearly Kyle Pitts is the wide receiver 2 there, and actually no, Bijan's the wide receiver 2, and Pitts is the wide receiver 3. And
if we're being honest,
number
Bijan's
4
the wide receiver 1. Drake London's the wide receiver 2.
Hey! Don't say anything about
If
that.
we're being honest.
I was thinking about putting Isaiah Davis in this week over Kenneth Gainwell, but I don't know. Well, Hetzer, here's the thing: Breece Hall might miss this game, and then your questions answered, because I think they got to trade Breece Hall. And here's the thing: what they can't afford to have happen is Breece Hall come out there, play week 8, and get hurt. Right?
Yeah.
Because like they're not signing him. They've already made that clear. He doesn't want to be there. It's a bad situation there in New York all around. Not even talking about the Justin Fields shit, but Breece Hall's gone, and they can get I feel like they could fetch a 3rd rounder for Breece Hall. He's young, he's pretty healthy, he looks good. So like
I guess
they need to get as many draft picks as they can, and they have Braylon Allen, who's a monster of a man, and they like Isaiah Davis. So why would they keep Breece Hall this year?
Who do you see as the top options for Breece Hall?
I think the
Like, where do
Chiefs,
you
because right now Kareem
think
Hunt's
so?
hurt. Yeah.
How high do you
Well,
think, or how high do you
Chargers,
think the
but-
Chiefs are going to pay for that?
I feel like the Chiefs know they're in win now mode, and getting Breece Hall a third. The thing is, a Chiefs 3rd rounder is like a 4th rounder, right? Like they're going to have this year. The record's not great, but it's still going to be like a bottom. It's going to be like the 23rd pick in the 3rd round. That's not like a top 10 pick in the 3rd round. So that's just like the missing piece, right? Because Breece Hall is an all-purpose back that's actually a decent grinder. Like he's not a DeAndre Swift, right? Like he's a pretty big dude.
Oh yeah.
And Pacheco just ain't getting it done, and that just gives them depth, right?
Look, I mean, we've just seen Pacheco just be a shell of himself. I don't even know what the hell that man is anymore. So I don't disagree. I do think Chiefs might be top option for him.
Reek says he fouled. I'm gonna say tapped in. Yeah, we'll get you the picks here in a second.
Shout out Reek.
Coyle said I think Davis is good if Brees is out, but otherwise I don't see it. Yeah, if he's not out, I'm starting him in a couple leagues. So I play some really deep leagues. I'm starting him in our league, Ben, with bye weeks, and I also don't want to drag. He's a must start. Ben, by the way, my combined record in my commish leagues that Ben's both in. What is it again, Ben? What is it? Put some respect on my name. It's 12-2. 12-2. High points, both leagues, 12-2, baby.
All right. I do balls deep. I'm still a little pissed off. One, about fucking that loss. And two, the fact that I'm like fourth and highest points scored in that league, and I'm 3-2 and 5, whatever it is. It's bullshit.
I'm sorry. It doesn't matter because even if you make the playoffs, I'm going to smoke everyone. Mouth says on it. Thank you for the super chat, Mouth, my guy. Check out Downtown Sports in the comment section. Sorry, in the description. I was in the recent episode, 2 hours long, super epic, very, very like more professional than this show. I'll say that. Honestly, Bijan is the offense. Atlanta can't use London. I'm still very high on London. Ben, are you high on London still?
I mean, it's hard not to be high on London just because we've seen how good he is. And like last year, we saw the connection with Penix and London. So we just thought that's what we were going to get this year. We've seen it more forced through Bijan, forced through Kyle Pitts, almost more than we're seeing it forced through London. I still love the guy. I think he's great. It's hard, though. I mean, you're seeing everything going through Bijan. The running game, the passing game. And when the passing game is not going through Bijan, you're seeing Penix force the ball to Kyle Pitts. So it's hard to be high on him when you're seeing that.
Jason says, hell, ain't no tiny dancer. You know what that means, right? Got to cue it. And before I cue it, I gotta tell a quick story. I found the original clip I had on TikTok. I found the original Tiny Dancer clip from like 2023, 2024. Oh, it was Zach Charbonnet when Jack Charbonnet was drafted, and we were talking about Charbonnet, the landing spot. And I was like, yeah, he's kind of a tiny dancer. And we had this whole conversation about, is Elton John dead? It was epic. And that's where the clip came about. And then for the last 2.5 years, I've been calling Kenneth Walker a tiny dancer. I love it.
We love it.
Also, congratulations to Tua for getting $200 million guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah, that's just wild.
I in on that dude, man. That's what it's like. It's like marrying a hot chick, okay? And he wasn't that hot, but let's just say this: like marrying a hot chick for her looks because she's got a terrible personality and she got some money, treat you like shit, and she fucking balloons up and gains like 150 pounds, and now you're stuck with this bitch that's fat. Before it was cool because she was like hot and like. And like then you got married. She looks like shit. So that's what Tua is, right? You got the hip injury. It's an injury from college. He has again. He's like the most immobile quarterback in the league, and he's like 6 foot 200 and like 28 years old or 30. He's young, and he literally Joe Flacco has more mobility than Tua.
Yeah, it's insane to see. Aaron Rodgers has more mobility than Tua.
It's like, what the fuck?
And he's coming off a torn Achilles 2 years ago. It's insane.
It's gross. It's terrible there, man. It is. That might be the worst spot. Like if I'm a Dolphins fan, like
I want to just change gears on you a little bit. What would you say is the NBA equivalent to like contract wise highway robbery that Tua is?
Ooh. Oh, well, not so much high money, but who's the Patrick Williams, the Bulls?
Well,
I mean, but that's not that much money, but that's just a wasted ass money. Yeah.
That's every Bulls pick. Because you could say Cristiano Felicio with that too with Bulls. No, Chandler Parsons.
Yeah.
Okay. Chandler Parsons contract when that happens.
No, I got one for you. It was a John Wall contract. John Wall played like 50 games in 4 years and was making max money. And they were benching him. You won your bet. Stop dancing.
Hey, I'm doing a John Wall.
One more thing. Oh, that's a John Wall. One more thing about the Dolphins. Like, just think back 2 years ago how fun the Dolphins were. Fantasy circus, just fun, right? These crazy plays, Tua with behind the back handoffs, like so much fun shit. Just deep bombs all day, opportunistic defense, like young up and coming coach with creative play calling. And now we're stuck with this. This is like, I'd rather be a Browns fan, bro.
What was the downfall? Do you think, was it Tyreek Hill getting arrested? Was it Tyreek Hill's house burning down? Was it Tua getting his 90th concussion?
I think the concussion for sure. I think Tua's bad. I think Tua's got exposed, and like it was such a weird thing. He was like they were throwing deep balls. He was like literally a 2-step drop ball out, and they realized once he gets off his first read and he has to improvise, he is like it's like you say Jared Goff's a statue and he can't improvise. This is worse, and he also doesn't have the like mental capacity that Jared Goff has. It's rough, man.
People just saw that on film that once you get Tua like out of the pocket, mobile, that he's like 1 for 9,000 in his career.
Mouth says Ben Simmons, so not the current Ben Simmons deal, but the Ben Simmons. That's the call. That's why Mouth is the home. That's where sports come home. Downtown sports. Ben Simmons just gave up. He just, how good was Ben Simmons for a while? Like the thing, he was never that good. Man. He was a stats guy. You know, he put up all the stats. Like, do you remember the game against the Bulls where he had like 44, 14, and 12?
Yeah.
Remember that on a Thursday night game?
Dude, I still remember.
Let's get back to football.
I still remember his first NBA career 3-pointer and how big of a deal that was.
Me and you are both we're both big Ben Simmons fans, so it hurts. It hurts, and like I eat the L on that one, man, because that guy never put a single ounce into the NBA, and he also just like lost his mind. Max says, not gonna lie, the Raiders were in a better spot with Gardner O'Connell, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy to say, but
Kenny Pickett had one highlight of his career. It was a fake slide. That was it.
Landon says first gauntlet league this year. QJ put up a solid 0 tonight. Need a win. Drake May versus strong Browns defense, or Caleb Williams versus a weak Ravens defense. Man, you know what? You need some upside. I think Drake May. I don't know how many points the Browns are going to score. So, like, what does Drake May really need to do? Outside of 2 Drake May rushing touchdowns, the upside is in Caleb Williams, because you have a healthy. Now, the Ravens defense isn't that weak anymore. All their guys are coming back. Roshan's back. Kyle. Yeah, Roquan. Sorry, Roshan. Thinking of Roshan Johnson. It's definitely Caleb Williams. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. It's just tough for me to pick any quarterback going against that Browns defense. I mean, I know the Browns suck, but like that defense is still a really good defense.
Matthew says, you think the Titans trade Tony Pollard? I think it's not a certainty, but I'm pretty confident in that.
Probably.
One. Why would they keep him? Why would they keep him?
Especially with the team that they have right now. Get rid of him. If you can get anything for him, get anything at that point.
Coiled says best stashes. Obviously all the running backs. Davis is up there because Breece Hall's getting traded. I will give you Blake Corum is amazing as a stash.
Is he still hurt right now?
Tyler Algier. No, he's fine. They have a bye this week.
Is he?
Another one I'll give you is a deep stash I've been talking up. Jack Bash, man. We got Jacoby Myers probably playing. He's probably played his last snap there. They're going to trade him. Brock Bowers, not a lot of good reports about his knee. We don't know what the hell's going on there. And they're going to get better, and Jack Bash is a second-round pick. Dante Thornton sucks. So,
I mean, to be honest, I don't know how if you classify him a stash, but if you have a chance to look at Monungai, just because possibility with how badly DeAndre Swift has just been getting the shit hit out of him and his usage, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point he's taken a game off or here or there. So we saw Monungai's usage go a lot higher against the Saints. And granted it's against the Saints, but not a bad option to look at.
And he's kind of a playable stash too with how it's been constructed, because after the bye, the Bears have been running the fuck out of the ball.
And they're just not giving the ball to Roshan at all. So
yeah, so I like those stashes for sure. I'm going to put my faith. Let's get to Mouse Super here. Keep Pollard for stability around the rookie. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But Tyjae Spears is a third-year player. It's not like he's a rookie. Here's the thing. Here's why they're not going to do that. Is they literally just released Tyler Lockett. So if they wanted to keep, that's why they signed Tyler Lockett, and now they're releasing Tyler Lockett. So that just tells me that they don't give a fuck, and like whatever they've been doing with the veterans there hasn't been working for.
They just don't know what the hell they're doing.
No.
Yeah, it's Tennessee. It's another shit show.
Mark says, would Besh be fantasy viable if Myers leaves? So it kind of hinges on Brock Bowers, but I think Jack Besh would be in the top 36 discussion, which isn't like a ringing endorsement on the guy, but he has that PPR scam, that player profile, right? Of the Puka Nacua, of the Cooper Cup, the young ages of those guys who's just like going to play the slot role. He's a really tough player that is just going to get, 8-9 targets a game. He's just going to take Jacoby Myers' role. And I feel like Jacoby Myers is kind of cooked.
Again, this is all dependent on having more than 30 offensive snaps a game.
That's huge. That's huge. Someone was asking about my bets. I'm gonna give them to you guys now. This is the last week though. I'm giving these bets out early, so I'll mention the Discord. For Patreon members only. I still release my videos. It'd be every Saturday for Beating the Odds on Sunday, and then primetime games I release them before the game, like 2 hours early. But if you want to get the proper odds, but I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek here. We got Drake London 61.5 receiving yards. Now that has gone up since I placed it to 65. James Cook 67.5 rushing yards. That has gone up to 74. I'm getting on the right side of these. This one has not moved. This one I love. Cam Ward. Ben, what do you think Cam Ward's rushing total is this week? He has not been running much, but he's not a statue. They have the Patriots 14-point underdogs on the road.
What is it?
Cam Ward's rushing total?
Probably 6.5.
4.5, bro.
Oh, you gotta hop on that.
Oh, I'm gonna ladder that all the way up. 30 plus is like 12-1. And he has a game of 24 yards rushing. He has another game of 18. He has a bunch of games with like 0. But I think they just got to tell him to just like run, because that makes it easier. Run, just like don't throw picks, right? And then Caleb Williams, Ben. That's my last one. What do you think Caleb Williams' rushing total is at against the Ravens?
With everyone coming back, probably a little, 15.5?
That's exactly what it is. 15.5.
Oh yeah, hop on that.
So Caleb to start the year was getting 45 and 50, and then the last couple weeks he's getting like 0 and 10. But this is a game I think he's gonna be running. That's a low number. I love laddering that one up.
Sleep on that.
Those are the 4 I have for this week. Again, lost tonight. My bet tonight, unfortunately, 32-17. And then it wasn't a prop bet. I did the fucking line, and that's stupid. I did not do lines. Prop bets. I'm 0-2 on teams, and I'm 32-15 on props. So maybe stick to my bread and butter, which is fantasy and props. So God damn it. Dwayne, we got Dwayne the Rock Johnson here. What's going on, brother? I think NFL should ban turf fields. I agree. We hate the injuries, right, Ben?
Hate the injuries, and it's a lot of them too. You always see them happening on turf fields, and I feel like it's a discussion every fucking year with this. Just get rid of this shit.
Damn straight. Hetzer's rubbing his hands together like a villain. Breece Hall's questionable. Like I said, man, why would they run him out there if he's not 100%? They're going to trade him. We all know, like the Chaz last night was on the show. He said it's like, because it's really unlikely. NFL trades are not like basketball or baseball, right? It's unlikely these players get moved. Running back get moved more than anyone, but he said 40% chance. I think it's like a 75% chance.
Ooh, that's a little high for me. I'm probably
very high.
I'm sticking around like probably the 60. I do think it's going to happen, but I'm around like probably 60, 55, 60.
They should do it, though, is the point. They should do it.
100%. I mean, it's like, dude, they suck. Just get rid of them.
We got 007 in the chat. James Bond. Chances of Tootin getting more work after this bye week. Now, ETNs look pretty bad. He has been inefficient. They need a spark. Now, definitely getting more work. The question is, what is that more work, right? Like, what does that constitute? Is it 40%, 50%? The post buy rookie bump is a real thing, and Tootin's a monster of a man. He's a bigger dude than ETN. He's like just a better player all around. So I think it's a good chance. I predict 40% of the snaps the first week coming back for Tootin. Ben, do you think that's too egregious?
I think it might be a little high. I do think they're just gonna still trust ETN probably. They, regardless of how bad he is, they still seem to trust him no matter what. And I think 30 for 40 is just a little too high.
I don't know, man. I feel like they should. They have to shake it up. They have to shake it up, man.
On the 30. And I almost want to say 30s too high, but the second I say 30s too high, he's going to come out and get probably 50% of the fucking snaps. So,
what are your thoughts on Tyjae Spears? Because he has been injured with multiple ankle injuries, concussions. I think Spears right now is a better player than Pollard, and it sucks for me because I had so much Spears in best ball, and then when he was missing an IIR, I took a lot of Pollard in those last couple drafts because I was like, I get the first 4 or 5 weeks from Pollard, and he gave me like 9 points a game. So,
I don't think Spears is a better player than Pollard. I think Spears has had better luck on this team than Pollard, just because Tennessee is just god awful. I'm still taking Pollard over Spears. I just think Tennessee ends up trading him, so we just end up seeing where he goes.
Mario says Mathurin, good stuff, Mr. Fanatics. That was one of my main. That was one of my. I have a bet of Mathurin 20+ points for the season, averaging 20+ points. It was like 3-1. I don't think I mentioned that. I didn't put it in the Discord. I don't even think you're in the Discord, Mario. That is one of my parlay picks that I hit 20+ points. But yeah, I wish I had that actually as my play, but Draymond hit anyway. So
was a good
maybe he's reading my mind.
Miles says
they let Lockett go because Io Manor and Lockett play the same position. Well, no, Io Manor, no, Lockett and DK, Jameer DK play the same position. DK is the big slot receiver. Io Manor is a pure X receiver.
Yeah, he's outside.
And no, they let him go because Lockett he's like, fuck this, I don't want to do this. He wants to go to a team. He's probably going to go to the Steelers. I feel like Lockett will go to the Steelers, right? They need him.
Probably, but Steelers need a lot.
But they can get Lockett for free. Like, no, the Packers have too many receivers. Jason, again,
they're all hurt.
Dude. All right, one more, and I'll chug another brewski here. Not from you, Jason, and not from you, Mouth. Someone else. Only thing Miami got going is the Canes with the donors. Shout out Dana White. The Finns are dead. The Heat, Terry Rozier dead. McDaniels is gone. McDaniel is gone. It's not good with Miami right now. It's not good.
I agree with everything up until that last part. I mean, McDaniels for some reason just has 100% job security. I don't understand it.
No, he's gone after this week. They're going to get blown out.
They're going to get blown out, and we're still going to see him coaching next week. I guarantee it.
Aaron, I'm 2-5. Should I trade CD for Jefferson considering the bye? Yes. Yes.
You have
now, if there was no bye situation, I want CD with the quarterback situation they have there. Definitely give me Jefferson. You have to do that trade. That's what we're about in this channel.
Just because of the
smart decisions. Yep. Mark, Coleman or Scary Terry rest of the season? It's Scary Terry. Scary Terry. I don't care about Jaden Daniels' situation. I don't care anything about Washington. Scary Terry is an elite talent. He was top 12 wide receiver last year. I have issues with Keon Coleman's ability. Ben, I'm a big Keon Coleman guy. You love him. He can't separate, and he's a touchdown or bust guy right now. He cannot get any separation right now.
Pains me to say I agree.
Mario, Caleb Williams over 16.5 rushing yards is the play.
Or is it up to 16? No, I thought it was 15.
Oh, it was 15.5. Yeah, 15.5. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Cam Ward, 4.5 over that. James Cook, 67.5. London, 61.5. This is the last week I'm giving these out. Again, I'm not charging you for it. I just want you to get in the Discord. Yes, you do have to pay to get in the Discord. It's $5 a month. But you're going to get the actual early plays. I'm going to still release these on videos, but like, why not get the early plays? You're also supporting me, keeping the lights on, and like the money's real. Like, you're going to make up regardless of, you're going to get the bets anyway if you don't get in it. But if you get, James Cook, for instance, if you didn't get this, me telling you this right now, and you got to wait till Saturday to get this information, 67 to 75, that gap, they don't always change that much, but over the course of a year, you will lose one of the bets based 100%. On it changing. That's going to pay for itself right there. Not to mention, come on, man, 7 shows a week, baby.
Join that shit.
Uncle Mouth does know what's going on. Woo, you guys see my boy Quentin Johnston tonight? Adam, yeah. Well, we saw him on the field. He was running routes, but
saw him out there. He dressed up in uniform.
Is this? Hold on a second. Aaron Gordon dropped 50 points tonight. I saw he was 7-7 from 3. Dude, what? Dude, you know what his total was? 9-10. His total was like 13.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He was 10 of 11 from 3.
Damn,
he shot 17
bro.
and 21. Damn.
Wow.
Curry ended with
that's
42.
wild. Hey man, my Draymond hit, so that's all I care. Griffin says Lions fan so biased as fuck, but Goff has been a good improviser this year.
Sorry, I just had a hell of a night on
okay.
NBA.
I'll say this, Griffin. He's been a good improviser, but he's not. Jared Goff's great at reading the field, but like if he gets off his mark in terms of his footing, he's been better. He had a couple rushes. He's been better, but he's still not like. I'm not to say he's not Josh Allen. That's a stupid statement, but he's not even like a second tier improv quarterback, and that's fine. That's Jared Goff, right? That's Jared Goff. He's fine. He's a professional quarterback.
Improviser label is putting a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks. I mean, granted, we've seen some of these immobile quarterbacks per se break out for some pretty big runs. We've seen Joe Flacco last week make that 14-yard run to get the first down. Obviously, we've seen him start to run a little bit more. Justin Herbert's starting to run a little bit more. We're seeing it. I still don't necessarily consider it improviser though.
No, not, and he's not getting any younger either.
No.
Johnny says, any info on Bowers playing this week? Well, he's on bye this week, so it's next week. You're talking about week 9, and I'm not that confident about it. I mean, he should play, but why would they bring him back? Johnny, why would they bring him back? Johnny Kicknuts. Oh, hell yeah. Sweet name. He's a Raiders fan. Jack Besh, baby. Alfred, what's up, y'all boys? Could you see the Vidal remaining a viable flex candidate? Got Henry and Jonathan Taylor as 1 and 2. No, dude, you trade Vidal right now.
Yeah,
because
right
I have him in 2 spots, and I couldn't start him because I have Henry and JT. Same thing you have. And actually, I probably should have started him technically, but like I'm not going to bench JT or Henry. And you trade him right now to it. You got to make sure you trade him to a running back needy team that has a losing record because he has an expiration date whenever Marion Hampton comes back. Now, Hampton might be out for, from the time of the injury, it was, 4 weeks minimum. It might be 6 weeks, which leads us to week 12.
I was
so
going
you
to say,
still get 3 or 4
weeks.
weeks. Yeah, but he's not going to help you per se. And maybe you could play him. Maybe you could flex him when Hampton comes back. I'm not going to bank on that kind of shit. That's not cool. That's like Tajay Spears level touches. No. I mean, I want to trade him right now.
I think the biggest deciding factor on that, honestly, is how healthy that Chargers offensive line stays. We already saw a couple people go down tonight to where Joe Alt had to move over to the left guard spot. A little bit different, but we just saw the Chargers keep running it to the left, running it behind Joe Alt. So, I mean, if they keep doing that, fuck it, keep doing that.
Alt's the shit. Junk says started Mason this week. I'm so cooked. Mason, he's almost a drop, man. Like, because unless there's an Aaron Jones injury, even we saw that it wasn't great. Man, he looks bad too. It sucks. I only have 2 shares of Mason. My wife has 3 in 11 leagues. That's a lot. And we were so happy when Aaron Jones got hurt. Not because Aaron Jones got hurt, but we were so excited because of the opportunity. Man, it has been a bust, dude. Jacoby Myers to Pitt. That could be good. I think Jacoby Myers or Lockett. Lockett's free. Lockett's free though. But Jacoby's a better player than Lockett for sure right now.
Yeah,
100%. For sure.
100%.
Mario, yeah, dude, get in there, man. The link is in the description and the YouTube description. So super easy, bro. I'll send you an email when you get in there, and you'll get in the Discord tonight. See a bunch of crazy shit. I'm also dropping, Ben.
What are we dropping?
I told you about the Tiny Dancer clip. Every day you can go in there and check. Every day at noon, I'm posting a epic clip of the past.
I did see the
it's great
clip with you and Erica's shirt.
Yeah, you know how
Cats
wild they get. Like the thing is, this show is so mild compared to what it used to be. Like, would you say this is like 30%? Like, because the guy called me out about calling Chip Kelly the P word. Like, how crazy was it?
You used to say,
yeah.
Was that a clip from when you were in his basement?
Yeah. That was the Hot Guy episode.
That was the start. I do have one request though. Instead of a clip, one of these days you gotta put the kiddie pool picture in there.
Oh, I'll put that in there for sure. That was a great. I had a whole there was like 5 of me flexing. Miles says Quentin Decoy. That's a good name for him. Gatson, a number 1 tight end. He's definitely a top 12 tight end, and the number 1 there. Where would you rank him? I'm gonna go grab a beer real quick. Where would you rank Gatson in full PPR rest of season in terms of tight ends?
Rest of season, I mean, I know for those of you who weren't here at the start of the show, we kind of touched on it. It's hard not to see him being possibly like upside being like top 7, top 8 tight end the rest of the year. I think it's iffy. we didn't see it so much the start of the season with this team going at him. I don't know if he can stay consistent like this, if he's still taking those touches away from Quentin Johnston. It's hard not to say that he's going to be, I mean, I think bona fide top 10 tight end the rest of the season for sure, possibly reaching that top 8, top 7.
Let me give you some names here. Dallas Goedert, full PPR, or Gatson rest of the season?
Oh God. The only reason I take Gatson is just because that they're going to keep throwing the ball. Who he throws it to, you don't know. Obviously, Philadelphia wants to get their running game going. They want to get Jalen Hurts in the end zone. They want to get Saquon for sure in the end zone. Who knows how much they're going to be looking, but we've seen it also at the start of this year with Philly that Dallas Goedert has kind of gotten a little bit more red zone looks than some of these other guys. So I don't know. At that point, who are you taking, Gadsden or Jake Ferguson then?
I mean, I'm probably gonna go with the veteran I trust, but exactly. Gadsden is like a mystery box. It's like, dude, maybe it's not even a mystery. Maybe we're just way off. But like, man, we just went through with Quentin Johnston is all I'm saying. Like we just went through this where it was like he's wide receiver 4, he's a must start, he's trade for him as a wide receiver 1. Now it's Gadsden. I know it's tight end's a little thinner. But it's like, how many times can we do this with this team? When we know Keenan Allen's a third down guy, we know Ladd's the number 1 there. We know Quentin Johnston will still be involved. They're actually getting Trey Harris a little bit involved. They're going to get Marion Hampton back. Like, unless you think they're a top 5 offense, I know Dallas Goedert's role. I know Jake Ferguson's role, even with CeeDee Lamb back. Like, I just don't know what this is going to look like week in, week out going forward. Now, if I had him, I'm super happy.
That's what makes it hard, especially, I mean, I love Harbaugh as a coach. I think he's a really good coach, but that's what makes it hard with almost taking anybody on this Chargers team is you don't know what Chargers offense you're going to get that game. Are they going to be, we're going to run the ball every goddamn play? Are we going to try to throw it to Ladd every play? Are we going to throw it to Quentin Johnston this game? I mean, you don't know what offense you're going to get, who's going to be involved, who's going to be getting the targets, if they're going to get a lot of touches running. That's what makes it so hard to trust someone like that.
100%. Ben, I know you have a lot to do tomorrow, so you had midnight cutoff, so I'm going to let you go now so you don't get pissed at me for fucking keeping you up all night.
I appreciate that. I do have a little cutoff, boys. I appreciate everybody
joining. I missed you. You got to come on more. Once a week. I got to see you guys. Tell them in the chat. Once a week for Ben at least, right?
At least. We're going to get on a regular schedule here. Don't worry. But I appreciate everyone joining in. Make sure to join that Discord, join the Patreon, more importantly. Support your boy up here. I mean, he needs all the support he can get. Come on, look at him.
I'm grinding, bro.
All right. Love you, boys. Appreciate you guys for having me. Thanks for joining.
See you, Benny. I'm going to finish the last half hour off solo and get to all your questions. I'm going to chug it. I need one more. One more and a chug.
I might be active in chat. We'll see how much stuff I got going on.
All right.
Love you, boys. Thanks for everybody joining in.
See ya. Junk says Gibbs is the only viable trade candidate for me right now. I have St. Brown, McBride, and Buka, Pittman, Metcalf, JCM, Mason, and both Seahawks backs. Any trade ideas? Sent Buka and Pitt and got declined. Well, don't trade Gibbs. That's the bottom line. I think you can wait a week for JCM. Maybe trade him. I think you could trade T. Higgins. You could trade Metcalf. If you have a losing record, you could trade McBride. I wouldn't trade Jahmyr Gibbs, though. I feel like he's just getting started, right? Jameson Williams is a forgotten man, bro. He is just forgotten. I don't know what the hell is going on there. They paid him a bunch of money. He's playing a lot of snaps, but shit. Marvinator, I cooked a TD parlay plus 3,500 thoughts. Saquon, Lamar, Zay Flowers, James Cook, and Josh Allen. Mind you have none of them have scored the past 2 weeks. I like that thinking, Marvin. That's how I do all my props is I go with good players that are depreciated assets, whether that be touchdowns, yardage, all that kind of shit. Having Lamar and Zay Flowers on the same one is my only concern because that's Derrick Henry's going to get his, right? He might have one. So they need to put up 35 points for this to happen because Lamar's got to rush that in and he's got to pass to Zay Flowers. That would be my only concern, but the other ones I love. James Cook and Josh Allen I love on the same team because it's running back quarterback, and they're going to smoke. So one running back and 2 flex. Dobbins, Warren, Downs, Fan, and Io Manor, assuming Ridley isn't playing. Dobbins for sure, Warren for sure, and then it's half PPR. I know you have a weird setting, Mouth. It's Njoku doesn't play, it's Fannin. And then Io Manor and Downs. Probably Io Manor is the upside shot, but you have a good matchup, as I recall, on your pod. I think I go Downs for the safety. Yeah, I know it's Jalen. I know the league. So Dobbins and Warren for sure, and then Fannin if there is no Njoku, and then other than that, it's kind of a toss-up. Hey, what's going on, Cheerio? Started Vidal, but opponent started Gatson. You think A.J. Brown plays? I don't think A.J. Brown plays, man. They have a Week 9 bye. That's the factor. They're playing that. I don't think they have to worry about losing the Giants. Giants are frisky, but A.J. Brown, they're 5-2. He's got a bye coming up. If he's hurt, rest the dude. So I say it's 50-50, maybe worse that he doesn't play. Jay, is it too crazy to play Pierce over Waddle this week? I wouldn't go that far because Downs is back. Who was the other question we had? It was Waddle versus Waddle versus Shakir in full PPR. I wanted Shakir. If Downs is out, I want to play Pierce probably. Other than that, no. By the way, we are one super chat away from another beer chug. One more beer chug, and then I'm going to probably have to shut that one down after this because I'm getting a little buzzy buzz. Elite, yeah, have you started Ladd, Gatson, and Dick or the kicker? God, Dick, I love Dick or the kicker is amazing. They totally fucked him on that call, that 47-yarder he missed. They called it. They're like, he's most accurate kicker in NFL history, which he is. I had Dicker everywhere last year, and he was just going too high. I don't draft kickers. So, God damn it. Ben does it. This son of a bitch. There you go. There you go. Oh, and now I definitely have to do it. Isaac. See, Isaac just named P, but he got 15 tonight. Pardon me. What's going on, Isaac? Haven't seen you around in a little bit. Hope everything's well, man. Here we go. Hold on. Let me fill this one up. Let me fill it up a little bit more because we had two tenors here. So let me just fill this up a little bit more and get back to your questions here. Thank you, Isaac. Appreciate you. Elite, do I start Pickens or Metcalf full PPR? DK. Give me DK. I Pickens tough. I want DK in this matchup. He's gonna get all the targets. I don't think Gatson's top 5. Elite traded away Quentin Johnston and Ted McMillan for Bucky Irving last week. That's a dub for you, man. Trevor, I traded Pickens, Jalen Warren, and Dowdle for Puka. Trey McBride and ETN, not PPR. I still have James Cook and Bucky Irving in the backfield. So you traded away Pickens, Jalen Warren, and Dowdle. Puka, Trey McBride. Oh, you won that one by a mile, bro. You got Puka, Trey McBride, and ETN. Go run a lap around your house and just with your pants down. Hopefully you don't get arrested because it's dark. And you won that one. That's what I'm saying. Hey, we got TB in here. What's going on, man? Too many weapons. And again, I love Gatson. It's going to work in their favor some weeks, right? Because it's like single coverage. Just a lot of weapons. QJ will still be okay. Again, now I'm going back to the fact that like everyone's panicking on QJ. Now I'm saying he'll be fine. He'll be a wide receiver 3, a Jamison Williams type. Here we go, boys. Cheers. All right. Also traded away Rico Dowdle and Marks and received Brees and Terry. That's a W. That's a W. Reggie, thoughts on Scary Terry rest of the season? Would you trade away Nico Collins? No, I want Nico over Scary Terry all day. If you're saying in a vacuum, would I trade away Nico Collins? No, because his stock is really low. He's been terrible. That team looks terrible. I love Nico Collins, man. He's fine. Not going to return value, but yeah, I like him. You got to get, if you have a losing record, you might have to do it, though. Look at this. I love Jason. You assholes in the chat, join the Patreon. And the perks of joining the Patreon, gentlemen, let me just tell you the perks. There's some perks, big perks. You get in the Discord, this community. You get to talk with Jason 24/7. You want to play fantasy leagues with us? And once this hits big, hopefully, definitely by 2026 fantasy leagues, I'll be giving away 1 free entry per league. I might do 5 leagues. Me, Story, Ben, Ray, all the guys you know. We will have multiple of us in the league with you guys. Talk about them at every podcast. 1 free entry, free merchandise. I'm getting the hat soon. You're going to get that. You're going to get access to the Discord, which is what's up. What's up? What's up? And it's super easy, man. It's not much. You're also keeping the lights on here, man. You're keeping the lights on. I have turned down a sales job. I have 15 months to make this a thing, as in like convince my wife that I should do this and not work. She's on my ass. My wife's a fucking sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. Look at her. She can see her right there. She's a sweetheart. She's so nice, man. She's so supportive. But there's a point where she's like, you got to grow up. And I had a job for 18 years, chose to do this one. I don't want to regret it because I fucking love this, man. I've had this channel 5 years. Did it for free for all these years. Just, once, twice a week, 2 videos a week, not live. I feel like this is better because I'm connecting with these people. The community is what's up. It's what's up. Junkbuster says, I'm trading for Gibbs and I'm 3-5 next weekend. What are you trading, Junk? No, I didn't fuck up on that one. The Patreon gets you in the Discord, Jason. The Discord's the chat. Patreon is the supporting program. Mouth, dude. I'm playing you're in. Mouth, you're already in the Patreon. So you're definitely going to be in the league, Mouth. And then you keep on saying you're a fantasy novice. Bring it on, baby. And it's not going to be a 14-teamer. So the first one we're going to do, it's going to be an NFL playoff fantasy league, which is super fun. That's where you literally have 10 teams. It's total points, no matchups. You draft your team. There's still waivers and shit. And then once your player gets eliminated, their team gets eliminated, your player plays for, out, gone. So you got to kind of predict who's going to do good and what teams are going to advance. So it's super fun. If you've never played NFL fantasy playoffs, it's super fun. It's got to be a 10-team league. You can't do 12. If we get enough people in there, I'll do 2 of them, man. Super fun. And then next year, obviously, we'll do a fuckload of leagues. I don't care. I already played 25. So, yeah, commissioning is tough, but I'll do this shit for you guys because I love it. Let's see. How many TDs? Let's see. How many TDs for JT on Sunday? I think just 1. I think this might be not a down game, but he can't just score 3 every week. Brick, pretty much forced to start Spears this week. I could go Travion against. No, you can't go Travion. We can't go Travion. No way. How can you do Travion? You can't. Although, do you see the report, Brick? I'm sure you saw the report. They're going to get him worked in, and the plan against the Titans was just to rest him or some bullshit. Dude, Travion, I still want to trade for Travion or pick him up when people drop him, but no. Can't do it. Twin, I can still get the picks. I don't know what that means, Reek. I really don't know what that means. I gave the picks a couple times. Mouth south shout out. That's a hard one to say. Mouth south shout out, especially when you chug 3 beers. Oh, so wait, my football knowledge counts then. Oh, Mouth, you know football as much as I know football. Fantasy is a little different, and I mean you're doing okay. 2-5 is not great, but you had a bunch of injuries. We'll see how you stack up against the big boys. Is all I have to say. Because fantasy is a different animal, scoring and settings and all that stuff. I guess we'll see, Mouth. And I'm very excited to see. And you can talk shit about me on your podcast when you whoop my ass. If you whoop my ass, not going to happen. But you know what? It's fantasy football, and it's 33% luck. That is what I'm going to say. Team Money, what's going on, brother? Let's see. Where am I at here? Titan Style had Ladd and Vidal tonight. Damn straight. We are, damn. You know what? Hold on a second. I have 20 minutes left. I do one more goal. This is all I can do. 30 minutes. That's it. There. Ladd and Vidal. Ladd's the real deal. Ladd's the real deal, baby. Look at Isaac. Hurry, convince the missus the 9 to 5 can shove it. I told her my timeline is the end of next football season, which is a long way away. I still have to survive until then. I've been surviving since I was 18. My parents moved to Arizona. I've been on my own, not on my own, but I've been making do. I can make do. Try not to dip into my IRA, I guess is the thing. I don't want to dip into that. And, she's awesome. I'm not trying to say that she's forcing me to she's very supportive. She knows what I love. She knows this is what I love. She knows I've done this pod for 4 years. without a single cent. And I was putting in, go if you're a subscriber to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, do it. We have 30 movie podcasts on here, man, where it's 10 hours of editing per. It's like 2-hour episodes where I'm putting in so many clips and so many graphics. And each one of them took like 10, 12 hours for me, not to mention the recording time and the research. So I was just putting in so much into this podcast. That's why I'm saying screw it. I put 4 years into this fucker. This is the 5th year. I'm going for it. Now that I see that this platform of the live shows and the guests I have on here and the community I'm building, why the fuck wouldn't I do this? Because the other ones just aren't good. Either it's bad advice or the people are dicks or like, you know what I'm talking about. It's just cookie cutter shit. And we're going to make money on here because we are. Not to mention the bets are crushing ass. Crushing ass. And Isaac, I appreciate that. That earned a beer chug right there. Just a $10 one for sure. Let's see where we're at in the chat. I get a little discombobulated here. Coiled, Garrett Wilson, Bowers, and Benson for Puka. Whew, that's a lot, bro. It's a 10-team league, yes. 12-team league, I think that's too much because there's a chance Bowers is actually kind of healthy, and Benson's coming back week 11. So I'm not doing that one. If it's a 10-teamer, maybe, but that's a lot for Puka. Hey, Ben. Thoughts on how Kyle Monangai will look over the next few weeks? He looks good. It's about what's the usage, right? Is this sustainable? Because the problem is DeAndre Swift looks great. And he looks rejuvenated. The first 3 weeks, he was just running to the line and getting banged up. He looks great. He looks like Detroit DeAndre Swift. That's the concern. But Monangai has kind of gotten to the territory of a playable handcuff. Trying to think of like, Algier is kind of at that point now, right? He's the number one handcuff, but like in certain matchups, especially at home for Algier, in certain matchups when the Bears are favored, you can play Monangai. And he's probably going to get more goal line carries than Swift. That's what I would say. Not much. Enjoying my night before work. What time do you work at, Team Money? Or early start or what? Jason, you never fuck shit up, man. I love you. I love you. On the Dolphins, I'm having a rough show, okay? Like, sometimes I do make this seem very seamless with the comments, and you got the supers and, like, the guests. Like, it's not as easy as it appears. There's a lot of stuff going on here. You know, I do my best is all I got to say. Is a lot. You know, some of these shows, there's, like, you know, 900 comments that I have to go through, and you lose your spot. If I go to a clip, sometimes it doesn't fucking keep your spot. It's just a lot to go through. And when you start drinking at 6 o'clock, you know, I maintain my wits though. I know if the Dolphins were smart, in my opinion, they would build around Waddle. There's a lot of reports the Steelers are pushing hard for Waddle. I heard the Giants too, which makes no sense. I think they're looking for next year. I don't like teams trading for players, like younger players, to build for next year. Just wait till the offseason. But I think Waddle the Steelers is nice. That is exactly what they're missing, right? Like he can play the slot. He can stretch the field. He can get DK some single coverage. I love that. I really do love that. Get the hell out of here, dude. She wears yoga pants. And you got paid 10 hours a day to edit. At work, I was known to sneak in some edits. 10 hours a day. Get the hell out of here. Isaac says the channel is 100 times better than all the fantasy tards who spam start this guy every week and choose the whole roster. Well, you know what I'm saying, man. I don't do shit for clickbait for one, and I just tell you what I would do, and that's the goal. That's the goal, dude. Appreciate you, Mal. These kind words are they're getting me all warm and fuzzy inside, and I like getting warm and fuzzy. It got me smiling. You know what I mean? I like to make other people smile. So when other people make me smile, it really makes me feel good. So appreciate you, Mouth. Again, Downtown Sports in the description. Check that shit out. I was in the recent episode. All the episodes are great. They've had Ian fucking Eagle on their podcast. Goddamn legend. Probably a top 5 broadcaster of all time. Yeah. And I was a guest in their show. So, like, yeah, I wasn't quite Ian Eagle, but I made some pretty good dick jokes. Devin, I picked up Gatson and traded Jawan Johnson and Alec Iominor for George Kittle. Yeah. Why would he do that? Iominor and Jawan Johnson for George Kittle? Fucking A, man. Winning. 1 to 10. Evening, 1 to 10. So that's you start at 1. Okay. Hetzer might, let's see. Monongai might split the backfield with Swift because Ben Johnson's offense likes to split the backfield. That is true. And it's kind of coming to fruition. The first couple of weeks, maybe Monongai wasn't ready. I don't know what the case was, but like, man, it looks real legit right now in the case of Monongai, because if he's just getting 40% of the snaps and you get him, like, let's say he just gets half the goal line work, this offense is booming right now. And I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. We got Trevor. I got offered Bo Nix and Bowers for Baker. I already have McBride. I think I like Baker more for the playoffs. Trade Baker right now. Bo Nix and Baker are like the same player, dude. And then you could just make another trade. Dude, Trevor, if you're getting Bo Nix and Baker, or Bo Nix and Bowers for Baker, I would put, in terms of like value, let's just say out of 10, Baker's an 8. I'd say Bo Nix is a 6 or a 7, so you're not really downgrading too much. You're getting Brock Bowers. Hell yeah, man. And then just trade, if you believe in Bowers, if he's healthy, you trade McBride. You can't keep them both. But they're both on bye this week too, so you're going to have a tight end to trade that's after his bye, after this week. I would do this all day long. Screw the quarterback, man. You're getting an asset. You could trade. Now what you can do is you can trade Bowers and Bo Nix and get Lamar Jackson or something. And like essentially you just traded Baker for Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I like that. Or upgrade your RB2 or something like that. What was the question, Jay Moore? Need running back. What caliber running back to aim for? Sorry, Jay. What was your trying to think what you said. Leave us some buy lows, man. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley right now. High-end buy lows. Oh, waivers. There's not much there. There is not much there. Isaiah Davis, if he's there, for sure. Devin Neal. Devin Neal's a good guy to grab. That's definitely a stash, but like Kamara's a little dinged up. Now they're saying they're not going to trade him. Who knows? We don't believe that. Giants got a lot of picks to trade for a wide receiver, and it's a weak-ass draft. Makes sense to trade for a wide receiver now. Yeah, I think Chris Olave is a great target for you guys because Chris Olave is a young player that is pretty depreciated because of concussions. So, team money, yoga pants are the greatest invention ever. Well, if the girl always looks better in yoga pants, right? They take them off sometimes. It like holds shit in, but 100%. Rob is on the rise and only getting bigger. Love this community. TB, you're the shit, by the way. TB's been with me since the beginning of the live streams, at least. Like I streamed every draft I did. And you know, TB, I have some bangers, dude. I have some teams. I'm 7-0 in my $500 fan tracks. I did one $500 league. The rest are 250s. I'm 7-0 and I have 180 points more scored than the next team. I have JSN and Buka, Josh Jacobs, Javonte Williams. Like Tucker Kraft, my team is fucking just stacked. Jalen Hurts, not great, but Coyle traded Alec Pierce for Chris Godwin. I like that trade. You're trading high on Alec Pierce. Chris Godwin will come back now with Mike Evans being shelved for the whole year. So that's the point right there. Brick is this community, man. You guys, even if this doesn't work out, at least I've committed. Like I think I've got some of you guys together, and the Discord will be around forever. So at least that's a feather in my cap, right? Like I think back to Caddyshack where he's like, on my deathbed, the Dalai Lama told me, when I die, I'll achieve complete enlightenment, or the fuck is it? Anyways, he's like, I got that going for me. So I got this going for me. Bink, Lamar is playing for sure. He has to play. They are 1-5. They cannot lose this week. He's playing. He's practicing. Is there any strategy in playing the same wide receiver as your opponent's quarterback? No, I don't fuck with any of that. I don't care about stacking. I want the best player regardless. Unless it's best ball, stacking matters. Nah. Not chalked. I actually just traded for Brian Thomas in my home league. I traded Chase Brown for Brian Thomas in a full PPR league. I have now, it's a super flex league, 10-team super flex league, and it's super deep. There's 3 receivers, two running backs, and 2 flexes. 2 tight ends as well. I traded Chase Brown for Brian Thomas. I have JT, Bijan, and CMC And actually, what's funny is I took Chase Brown ahead of JT. JT fell to the 4th round because of super flex. And I have like Rashee Rice and Terry McLaurin. My receivers suck. I had Mike Evans. So I'm like, fuck it. Chase Brown. Give me Brian Thomas as my wide receiver 2. Isaiah Davis is a stash for sure. He could be started this week, but I don't feel really comfortable about it. If Kareem Hunt's out this week, I like Smith. Definitely Smith if Kareem Hunt's out, yeah. And a smash start if he's out. Jason, cheers, boys. You know what a wife and a job have in common? After 5 years, a job still sucks. Heyo. Ryle, trade Debo and Hubbard for Sutton. I would do that right now. Debo's banged up. You got Jaden Daniels banged up. Like Cortland Sutton's a set it and forget it, like low end, mid range wide receiver too. I like Sutton, man. He has some stinkers, but I like Sutton. Dom, Aaron Jones already played this week, and it wasn't great. You guys got no audio here. I don't see the Chiefs trading for Breece Hall. I think they should, man. They really should. All right, I got a couple more minutes. Are you guys not getting any audio here? Let me see if no. I hear it. Good. I thought I read I got a dildo. I was like, dildos are fun. Anyways, got about 7 minutes left, gentlemen. So any last questions? Tomorrow night, Friday nights. I don't know who the guest is going to be. I have a couple guys that want to come on, so I got to figure that out. Tough weekend for me in terms of content. You know, I don't take days off. I'm getting a new dog, though, on Saturday. So I have stuff to prep around the house for that. I have another dog. Got to figure out how that shit's going to fucking work. So Saturday night, I still will be on for the gambling show. It'll just be a late show, like midnight. Monungai or RJ Harvey? Justin, I think that if it's for the short term, it's got to be Monungai, as crazy as that sounds. But long term, give me RJ Harvey, the high draft capital, the better offense. I'm not dropping RJ Harvey if I can help it. I want RJ Harvey over Henderson right now, which maybe that's not a hot take because Henderson's just a bum. Should I trade Jefferson, Rico, Hubbard for CD and Genty? Yes. CD, I want CD over Jefferson and then Genty for Rico and Hubbard. I think I do. I'm gonna believe in Genty, man, a little bit. The upside's not there, but give me that one, man. Well, the Saints shouldn't trade for Waddle because they're not in a win now mode, man. They already have receivers. Would you trade for Amon-Ra? No, you can't trade for Amon-Ra. His stock is even higher than where he was drafted. He's a top 2 wide receiver. So you're gonna give up too much. So I wouldn't do that. Cruz, start 2. Tet, Worthy, Golden, Franklin. Tough bye week for me. Tet for sure. And then I think I'm just going to go with Tet and Worthy. I'm not a big Worthy guy, but like Golden, you got Christian Watson coming back this week. Give me Tet and Worthy for sure. Dodgers are going to probably sweep this series. Maybe not sweep. I think they're going to win a 6. How about that? Well, Mouth, Rashard Smith's not really a running back. He's a receiver, right? He's Jerick McKinnon. So he's not going to be a bell cow. But like if you have no Hunt there, he's going to be playing 35% of the snaps, and he's pretty efficient with his numbers receiving, that is. Who is a wide receiver that's a good target? For a trade low right now, it's Nico Collins if you have a winning record. It's Nico Collins and Drake London, for me, are 2 guys that are really depreciated that are amazing. I like Tet, man. I like Tet. Jalen Coker should help open up the offense. You see Xavier Legette actually performing a little bit now. I like Tet as a late season boom. Now, you've seen him have some good yardage games early in the year with no touchdowns. You saw him have the 2 touchdown game with no yardage. He's going to kind of pair it all together, and I feel like he's going to be like a Cortland Sutton type stat guy, right? 6 for 70 and a touchdown. It's about Bryce Young there. It's about Bryce Young. Marvin Harrison over Calvin Ridley. Marvin Harrison for sure over Calvin Ridley. And I hate Marvin. They both trash, but I just trust. Again, Kyler Murray. I got to play this. We're talking about the Garden Gnome here. We call Kyler Murray the Garden Gnome on this channel.
Don't pee on me, know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? No, don't do it. Know what I'm saying?
Hey, we got 31 likes on this video. Gentlemen, if you're in here, you've not subscribed, please do. If you want to get in this Patreon, if you want to get in this Discord, time is now. The link is in the description for the Patreon. A little donation per month gets you in that. A lot of other good stuff here. I got a couple minutes left here. A lot of good stuff, man. You want to play fantasy with us? All that stuff, plus a lot more. You want some free merchandise? Why the hell not? I'm telling you, join this community. These guys are amazing. I got about 10 or 12 right-hand men on here that are on there all the time. There's 48 people in the Discord right now. It is popping all, like, literally 21 hours of the day. I can't say 24, from like 3 to 5 a.m. Central Time. It's not popping. Other than that, like, there's people on there talking fantasy, talking fun, all that good stuff. I want Dobbins for sure, Johnny. Hubbard's in a 50-50 split, and Dowdle's a better player. Rest of season, Dobbins. This week, Dobbins for sure. Now, if Jacoby Brissett's the starter, I love Marvin Harrison. I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's just hope Drew Petzing gets fired. Cruz, not yet, man. So these are the old. I got the old merchandise right now. I still haven't ordered the new shit. I'm just waiting for things to pick up a little bit here before I drop $1,000 in all of it. But it's gonna be awesome with the new logo. I got some good stuff. So I'm still working on all that. I'm not really too good in technology, so I have some guys working on that for me. But give it a month or two, and as I'm saying, once the Patreon, once I can get like 30 people in there, I'll start giving away all this stuff. Like, I'm a man of my word, bro. I'm not gonna let anyone down. Like, if you guys support me, I'm gonna support you. That's my thing. So no worries there, and the merch is gonna be legit. So I can't wait for all that, dude, because that's also a good way just to kind of advertise. Like, people are like, what are you wearing? What is that? Oh my God. What is Professional Fanatics? It's this clown that gets drunk on air, that knows his shit and makes you money, and has amazing guests and amazing community. Love it. Smitty, we said it's Drake London, and it is Nico Collins for me. Now, Nico Collins is missing this week, but he's also already past his bye week. So give me Nico. I love Drake London again after his bye week. Nico and Drake are wide receiver ones for me. I don't care what it's looked like so far. They're wide receiver ones. They're alphas. Give me those dudes. Of course, Mouth. Dude, I'll do that for anyone, man. Anyone here. Team Money, that shit's insane, man. Terry Rozier is definitely fucked because he's a player and he was like on the NBA. It's like a Pete Rose situation. The other thing, Chauncey Billups is outside of the NBA. Now, unfortunately, it's an FBI investigation. This is a federal crime. But we don't know his involvement. He was just involved, we don't know if, he wasn't the brains behind the operation. He was just one of the celebrities they had playing in these poker tournaments, which led to, it drew people in. It's like, you want to play poker with Chauncey Billups? Now we're going to cheat you out of your money. Was he involved in the cheating? We don't know. I don't know, man. And it was a lot of mob shit, but I'm saying, all I know is Chauncey Billups, Hall of Famer, made over $100 million in his career, probably making $9 million, $10 million coaching. Why would he be doing this? I mean, people do dumb things. Rich people are greedy, bro. I'm not greedy. I just want like $2. Rich people are greedy, though, man. A lot of mob shit, man. A lot of mob shit. All right, gentlemen, I am out of here. Mouth, by the way, most improved player award this year, Bridges in the Knicks. Oh, dude, he looked rough to start the year last year, then got better. I've always loved him. Grinder, man. That guy plays every minute of every game. All right, gentlemen, love you guys. Tomorrow night, probably be around 10:30 or 11 stream. I'll announce in the Discord. If you're not in there, join the Patreon. In the description, get in there, get all the info, early bets. Love you guys. You're the shit. Ben's still in the chat here doing homework. Love your life. Stay positive. Respect each other. Let's watch some football and just love your life. That's all I got to say. I'll see you tomorrow.